Florida League would like to thank our league-wide presenting sponsors 3 and 2.
Hey, welcome in to Sanford Memorial Stadium. We've got a good one here planned for you guys to start at 7 p.m. right around the corner between the Winter Garden Squeeze and your Sanford River Rats here in a 3-game series. Tonight's game 1 between two teams that are 5 and 3 in first and tied for first place in the Florida College Summer League. I'm Cody Shook, and I'll be the main play-by-play guy tonight. Alongside my partner here is Kevin. We're going to have a great game here. And Kevin is the broadcast intern for the Winter Garden Squeeze. So Kevin, tell us a little bit about the Squeeze.
Well, the Squeeze are a team that plays out of West Orange. It's a team that really relies on its pitching. It's got a couple of front runners, Jerry Neal and Ryan Ashley on the top. Jared Neal was the Florida League Cy Young last season, and he's back for another year. And this team really was relying on the pitching staff when their offense was without a couple of big names. Jacob Silverstein was with the Diamond Dogs last season. He was an all-star. Kyle Corbin was with the Squeeze last season. He also played very well. Those were two players that were picked up a few games into the season. So the Squeeze really had to rely on the pitching until those guys got back, because what they do is they provide a lot of speed and the ability to get on base at the top of the line and set the table for guys like Cody Burgess or Evan Carroll. And you've seen that since those guys have gotten back, there's been an uptick in offense, on base pass with speed, as well as runs per game.
You've seen 8 games so far of the Squeeze. Do you think they're more of a hitting team, or more of a fielding team, more of a pitching team, or are they just all around?
I'd say that now that everyone is here and everyone's ready to go, it's really a well-rounded ball. They've got speed at the top of the lineup. They have guys in Evan Carroll and Sadler Goodwin that have a lot, and Cody Burgess that have a lot of power ability to drive in runs. And then on the pitching side, they've got a couple of dominant arms in the bullpen and Lance Johnson and Nick Marcos, as well as some solid pitching from the rotation. Jared Neal, Ryan Ashworth, and the guy who's talking about today, Ryan Evans, was a 1.5 So I feel like really there's no true weakness on this team that you can attack. It's a pretty well-rounded ball club.
And for your Sanford River Rats, it is a tale of two teams. Depends on what night you come to the ballpark, especially if you come to a River Rats game on the road. All of their losses have been on the road. All 5 of their wins, they remain unbeaten here at Sanford Memorial Stadium, so they will try to keep that going here tonight. We are just a few minutes away from first pitch, and we will get the lineups here in just a second. But another thing for the Sanford River Rats, they have a couple of the best hitters in the league, as Cody Orther coming into the game batting .417, which is second best, right behind Ray Alejo from the Altamont Springs Scorpions. And then Omar Villeman batted over 400 last year, batting .333 to this point.
So I haven't gotten a chance to look too deeply into this roster for River Rats yet. What is the contingent of returning players from last season?
There are a few, and the biggest one is Omar Villeman and the, new addition of his brother, Francis Villeman. We don't actually get to see Omar tonight, but we do get to see Francis. Francis is one heck of a ball player. Just a few nights ago, he had a bases-loaded triple, which basically gave the River Rats the win here at home. It was incredible. He's very young, going to be a freshman in college, and you couldn't tell by the way he plays out there on the field, especially alongside his brother.
Yeah, I just got a chance to look at some of those stats. The fact that he can get on base at the clip that he's at and steal 4 bags number 13, that's impressive. And how he's so young. You hope that you can keep him around for a couple of years, keep coming back to this team.
Yeah, for sure. And something about Sanford, they like to run, but they also get thrown out. So they're a very aggressive team on the base paths, but they do get thrown out. Like head coach Kevin Davidson said multiple times, let the guys run. If you think you got a good jump, hey, let's create some havoc on the base paths. As we saw a couple nights ago here at Sanford Memorial, a kid stole second base all the way into center field. Center fielder missed it. The guy scored all the way from first base. So sometimes that aggression pays off.
Speaking of the steals going back to the Squeeze's last game, they had 6 steals, so you're going to have to watch that as well.
We're going to pause the national anthem here for just a moment.
Now please remain standing as we honor America with the flag of our national anthem.
Alrighty, and we are just a few moments away from first pitch here. And before I get started with anything, I just want to say please follow us on Twitter here at Sanford. So on Twitter and Instagram, FCSL Rats, and check out our Facebook page. Just type in Sanford River Rats, and you can see our Facebook Live page. Thank you for everybody that's watching right now. Please share so all of your friends can take part in this amazing atmosphere we have here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. I'm Cody Shook alongside Kevin Valine. We've got a great one here, and we are going to go over starting lineups right now, starting with Winter Garden.
Say hello to him and thank him when you see him in the house.
He's back in the leadoff
And
spot.
now here is Dylan Dedman, a veteran
second
of the
in
Marine
this
Corps
ballgame.
Recon Division. He is headed out next week for his post with Homeland Security in Arizona. Outstanding job, Dylan. All the best to you. Be safe and thank you for all you
Goodwin is
do.
batting fifth. He's the shortstop. A lot of speed and power there. Tyler Halstead is the first baseman, a returner from last
yes?
season.
Okay.
Drew Frederick is the second baseman. He's batting seventh, back in the lineup after a few days off. Cole McKissick, the third
Dylan's
baseman.
dad is the
Josh
head
Boyd,
of Broadcast
catcher, is
Remodel
rounding out the
and
batting
Restoration.
lineup.
I had the pleasure of meeting them
On the
about
mound
a year or
is
two
Ryan
ago.
Evans,
What a
1-0,
great bunch of
5-0,
people. Dan
one
Stewart,
start and
the
one
premier remodeling company.
And
here
for the
in
River Rats,
Sanford,
leading off,
Broadcast
Rodney
Remodel
Tenney playing right field tonight.
They're proud to
Batting
support
second,
the River
Cody
Rats and Florida
Arthur
Collegiate
playing
Summer
third
League.
base. Gunnar Lambert, the DH, batting third. Sergio Lopez back in left field tonight, your cleanup man. Francis Villeman playing shortstop, batting fifth. Alejandro Martinez over there, first base.
Everything they do.
He's batting sixth. Dathan Pruitt getting the start at second base tonight. He's batting seventh. Anthony Mulrine is behind the plate, batting eighth. And Richie Rivera, your starting center fielder, rounds out the lineup. And your starting pitcher for the River Rats, Jacob Webb, number 23. We are just a few moments away from first pitch here as Webb from Dallas Baptist is getting warmed up.
Battery for the Rats on the Hill. Dallas Baptist is Jacob Webb. And behind the plate from Sanford University
5-3.
is Anthony
We're playing two
Mulrine.
here at Sanford, and tomorrow's game will be in Winter Garden.
And now stepping up to the plate,
Leading
the
off
starting
for
center
Winter
fielder,
Garden from West
Cody
Point High School,
Burgess.
third year.
I already like him a lot
For the
because of his
Swedes
great
from
first
Southern
name.
College. He second in the league in runs scored. Center fielder number 10,
Went to
Cody
West Orange.
Burgess.
He's on a bit of a slump, 0 for 4 in yesterday's game, but he's got a lot of power, and they like his speed at the top of the lineup as well. He does play good center field, too. A lot of range, so he can do a lot, and it'll be even more dangerous in this lineup once it heats back up.
And the first pitch of the night, low for ball one. First pitch time, 7:02. Beautiful 77 degrees with a slight wind to left field. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike number one.
Didn't Silverstein play last
Yes, yeah, he
For
played
this
for
team?
Winter Park.
That's what I thought, yeah.
0-0 with a 4-5-0, couple of starts.
1-1 pitch. Outside for ball two.
I thought it was Winter Park.
We'll have to see where he likes to attack these guys. And last night's ball game against Leesburg, they were trying to hit the inside corner a lot.
And there's the inside pitch, but it's low for ball three. So Burgess has a hitter's count here early.
Ask him about the 420 miles.
And this is a team that doesn't walk a whole lot. The Swedes just have 22 on the year for 5th in the Florida League.
That ball swung on and driven to right field. But Rodney Tenney has got it for out number one. So he was swinging 3-1 there, but it didn't pay off for him.
Second year in the league.
A lot of these guys do early.
From the Argonauts of West Florida,
Jay Welsh
leads the team in
likes his
stolen
guys to
bases.
swing early in the
The left
count.
fielder number
Obviously, he
8,
wants them to
Jacob
swing at good pitches.
Silverstein.
Welsh is not afraid for his guys to swing at a pitch they like early in the count, and it results in base hits, but it also results in quick at-bats.
And now batting, Jacob Silverstein, the left fielder, the lefty batter, digs in and watches ball one.
Jacob Silverstein in yesterday's game, he went 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored, but he stole 4 bases.
So that ball swung on and hit into right center field, and he might have extra bases. He rounds first base, and he's headed for second, and he's got the slide-in double for the first hit of the ball game.
Silverstein showing that gap power. He didn't hit a lot of home runs with Chipola this last season, but he still hit 391 and drove in 48 runs.
A
lot of gap power.
Maybe something to do with that, the aggressive attack. But also when Webb gets behind on guys, that as a hitter, the meatball is coming. He's going to try to find that zone however he can. So now batting the right fielder, Kyle Corbin. He's a lefty batter going against the big righty Webb. Webb drops in the off speed for strike number 1.
Corbin in yesterday's game, 1 for 4 home runs, scored, double steal, and the guy stole a base. 6 steals for the Squeeze yesterday.
Now that's an incredible night. 6 steals. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt for ball 1.
And again, you look at the top of the lineup. Burgess, Silverstein, and Corbin all have good speed to score, and even the guys behind them, Evan Harold and Sadler Goodwin, they'll have the green light to steal sometimes. Coach Wilson likes to play aggressive on the base paths, and so far it's led to a lot of teams making fielding mistakes.
Kyle Corbin, not a big power guy, looks at that one for ball 2. So 2-1 count. Runner on second base. Most of Corbin's hits just barely get out of the infield. So a big speed guy here coming from the left side.
It's resulted in 7 hits and 16 at-bats. You do what you can to get on base.
However, whatever works for you. 2-1 pitch. You get a little off speed there for ball number 3.
And so far with Burgess and Corbin, they've been able to get into good counts. Silverstein saw a pitch he liked early in the count, but good job by the Squeeze hitters to get into these hitter-friendly counts.
The 3-1 pitch, runner on second base, 1 out, outside, and that'll be ball 4.
Now you have one
of the
league lead in
RBI. She leads the team in home runs.
He's got a couple of homers in yesterday's game. Here's home runs, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. He also stole a base. And in his last 3 games, 4 for 11 with 2 homers and 6 RBIs. He struggled early in the season, but he's really finding it here.
Evan Harold, now he sprays the ball around right field, left field, big flies coming from the right side of the plate. Jacob Webb has to hold up there. Time was called by the catcher.
Yeah, exactly. Should you put the zeros up now? The hits in there?
And that's a lot of speed on the bases. Probably it's a gap shot. 2 runs will probably score.
Yeah. First and second, 1 out. The 0-0 pitch, off speed for strike 1 looking. Evan Harold, forensic psychology major. Favorite team, the Tampa Bay Rays. Favorite player, Will Myers. The 0-1 pitch. Same spot, strike 2.
Good job hitting those spots with the breaking ball. And Harold was looking for a fastball and he just didn't get it. Looked at 2 straight pitches in the zone.
So now he's in a hole here, and this is the first time that Webb has gotten up on a hitter.
Evan Harold prone to the strikeout at times. He's got 8 Ks and 30 at-bats.
The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike him out, swinging for out number 2. And now batting, shortstop, Sadler Goodwin, in a crucial spot here in the top of the first.
There's the shortstop from
something we didn't really get to talk about. Those River Rats, when they fall behind early, it's trouble for them. They score all of their runs 7th, 8th, and 9th innings, so hopefully they don't get behind early. The 0-0 pitch, and that ball swung on for strike 1.
Looking like Webb found his breaking ball in the at-bat to Harold, and he threw a good one right there to get Sadler to swing over the top of it. Goodwin, another guy with power. Had 17 homers at Jackson State, 17th in JUCO in homers.
Wow.
And he plays left side of the infield.
And that runner's on the move, and they've got him at third base for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the first inning. Still tied here, 0-0.
Yeah, but even when we were talking
Hey, Raps fans, you can
about
use your
there,
smartphone
maybe
while you're in the house to play micro fantasy baseball.
That's one thing I really don't like about
Go to the program that you were given coming in. You can set up that micro fantasy app, and you can predict each at bat in real time and compete against other fans. Fun for the whole family, absolutely free to play. Whoever gets the most points every 3 innings will win a prize courtesy of the River Rats Micro Fantasy Baseball. Spectating fun for the whole family to predict, watch, and win. And by the way, foul balls, if you run them down, bring it up here to the press box, and we'll give you a coupon for free cookie dough at Papa Murphy's. And if you bring the most foul balls up during the game, we'll give you a coupon good for a free pizza, a large one, at Papa Murphy's. Papa Murphy's, our foul ball sponsor once again. And thanks to the lovely ladies, that's Duffy's ladies over there, right? At Duffy's Sports Grill. They are under the Yingling tent down the third base line. They've got ice cold Yingling beer, $2 for 20 ounces all night long on Thursday. Battery for the squeeze on the hill is Ryan Evans. Behind the plate is Joshua Corridor.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. We're in the bottom of the first inning. And after a base running miscue at third base, you got to wonder why he was going there.
Well, like I said earlier, this team is very aggressive on the base pass. We've already seen it from the squeeze a couple of times this year, getting picked off at second base. Kyle Corbin did it earlier in the year.
Lead off for the Rats in the bottom of the first inning from the Grizzlies. Jordan
times where the
hitting 412 as he stands in the right fielder, number 5, Rodney.
So on the mound for the Winter Garden Squeeze, Ryan Evans, and the first batter he will face, starting in right field, Rodney Tenney. Up to bat, the lefty batter, and that ball's swinging bunt, and he's going to beat it out, and that ball is thrown over the first baseman, but he's going to be safe at first base. So he did kind of like a softball slap hit. We saw that here 2 nights ago from Tenney. He got on then, and he got on now, and there goes the no-hitter for Ryan Evans.
He's gone after
leads the team in runs and RBIs.
You saw.
There's the third baseman for High Point, number 8, Cody.
Coming in to try and make the play. It gets past him, and it goes all the way to Sadler Goodwin at short, and he has no chance to make the play. Tenney with a lot of speed.
So now batting, leading the team in average, Cody Orther getting the start at third base tonight. And that ball's inside for ball 1. Orther coming into the game batting .417, 5 RBIs. He's been hit by 3 pitches on this early season.
10 for 24, 7 runs scored as well at the top of that lineup.
And he gets hit by that one, so he'll take the free 90.
That was the second straight inside pitch from Ryan Evans.
From the Fighting Owls,
the first pitch that he threw just missed, and that second one hit him
Here's
right
the
DH,
number 27, Gunnar.
If he just didn't have a feel for it. He's only thrown 3 pitches,
Yep.
and you've got 2 runners on, nobody out.
And something maybe to look at, Cody Orther, maybe he stands close to the plate because he does get hit quite the amount.
First base is occupied.
He's second in the league with 4.
Out, and the catcher dropped him.
Now batting, Gunnar Lambert, the DH tonight,
What about if
takes strike 1 on the outside part of the plate.
Ryan Evans is going to have to dance around this middle of the order if he wants to get out of here unscathed.
The guy tore down the line.
The 0-1 pitch, runners on first and second, swung on and missed for strike 2.
Yeah, it's wherever he was at the start of the pitch.
Right for the squeeze.
I don't know why they
Does a good job of blocking those pitches in the dirt. He's got a good arm.
Catcher, I guess, got shook by the guy running.
Yeah, well, that's what sometimes they do.
So quick work here from Evans to get Lambert down 0-2. Going to step off,
Base was still occupied.
maybe get a different sign with second base occupied. The 0-2 in the dirt for ball 1, maybe just a waste pitch there. Lambert coming into the game batting .400. I mean, still early. He's 2 for 5 on the year. One of the late additions here at Sanford.
He probably wants to get him here so he can get to Sergio Lopez, who's kind of struggled so far this season.
Yep.
27.
Yes, Sergio Lopez has that home run, but it was a crucial one. It was here at home. He is batting .074 on deck. So 1-2 pitch to Lambert. In the dirt for ball 2. Saw a little bit of movement from Tenney on second base, maybe getting a big secondary, hoping for something on the right side, maybe scoring from second base.
He's probably trying to get into the head of Ryan Evans. He can get him to focus all of his attention to second base.
Yeah.
Not as good thrown to the plate.
2-2 count, and the fake steal. They're going to back pick to second base, but he's going to be back in time. So maybe a little bit of distraction Tenney is creating.
I mean, he's hopping around at second base. Ryan Evans had Lambert 0-2, and now it's 3-2 with 3 pitches that really weren't too close to the plate. I think he's done his job at second base. As he continues to look back there, right there, it looked like he broke for third. Corey Dorr hopped up ready to make the throw to third, and he fired to second. Just getting back in. He's aggressive at second base without stealing.
Runners on first and second, 3-2 count. Nobody out. Swung on, strike him out, swing for out number 1.
Big strikeout by Ryan Evans. Had him 0-2. Lambert worked
also our last season led the team in home runs and RBIs from the Bobcats of St. Thomas.
Now batting Sergio Lopez, the St. Thomas product, sports administration major.
Saying struggling, just 2 for 27, 194 on base, but he does have a home run.
Yep, 2 RBIs. Runners on the move, and the throw down. He is safe. So that means both runners advance 90 feet, and we have 2 runners in scoring position now with Sergio Lopez, the big right-hander, up to bat.
Not only does that put 2 runners in scoring position for a base hit to score 2 runs, but that also takes away the double play with 1 out. Ryan Evans probably looking for that ground ball, but now he's pitching a little finer.
1-0 pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Sergio Lopez, 6'1", 220 pounds, so that's a big man in the plate. And he's going to be looking to drive in at least 1 here with 1 out. Runners on second and third. And that one's in there for strike 1, so 2-1 count now.
Good job for Ryan Evans to hit the bottom of the zone there. Corridor with a good frame to get the strike. Really needed it on 2-0.
On deck, Francis Villeman. Time call behind the plate. So we reset here, 2-1 count.
He's taking his time now with a couple runners on.
2-1 pitch. Low for ball 3, and it wouldn't be the worst thing here to walk him. You don't want to throw a meatball up there to a guy that does have the home run power, but you also don't want to get the bases loaded. But then that does put the double play back in order.
It does, but you're facing a guy who's batted a little better in Villeman.
3-1 high pitch, swung on for strike 2, so we have a 3-2 count. 1 out, runners on second and third. So what kind of pitch do you think you go to here?
Well, you've got the base open, you've got 1 out, and he's probably still looking for the double play if the runner gets on first. He's not going to give in. I don't think he's going to throw him a fastball unless it's out of the zone. He's probably going breaking ball here.
Exactly what I was thinking. 3-2 pitch. Outside and hit to first base, and that bounces off his chest. It goes into right field, and Lopez going to second. River Rats score 1. They score 2, and that ball thrown all the way to third base. So we have a new score here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. Your River Rats lead 2-0.
And that ball, that was a hard hit ball to Tyler Halstead at first base and just ate him up. A tough hop that came
And for
up
St.
on
John's
the
River,
chest.
Palaka leads
All the
the
way
team
down
in
to the
triple.
right field foul.
Shortstop, number 1,
Corbin
defensive.
wasn't over there in time to hold Lopez to first base. That's a tough break if you're Ryan Evans. There's still only 1 out.
Now batting Francis Villeman, and that ball swung on and fouled straight back and out of the stadium. You know, one of the things I noticed is they don't really take infield, outfield here before the game, so maybe some of that, you know, you never know how a field plays until you play on it.
It doesn't help with the rain that rolls through here from time to time. They're trying to keep the field ready for game time. Sometimes all you have time for is to throw the ball in the outfield before first pitch, and I think that's what they did today.
So Francis Villeman, 6 for 24, batting .250 if you're keeping track at home. 4 RBIs, 3 of them came just 2 nights ago. The 0-1 pitch. And that ball swung on and hit deep to right field. It's going to be a foul ball, but he's going to catch it, and Sergio Lopez is going to tag up and go to third base.
Kyle Corbin, a good amount of range, playing the corner spots. Got a lot of speed too. He made a great diving play in Leesburg last night. Good job to get the out.
The Fighting Knights of Lynn University. Here's the first baseman, number 19.
Ball right field.
Corner.
Now batting here in the bottom of the first inning. River Rats lead 2-0. Alejandro Martinez, the first baseman.
Kind of struggling.
Swung on and fouled straight back into the net behind home plate for strike 1. Martinez has 2 RBIs. He's walked 4 times. Doesn't strike out a whole bunch, but the hits have not fallen in for Martinez. The 0-1 pitch. And that ball swung on and put into right center field, tailing away from the center fielder. And they're going to let it drop.
That was, I think, a bit of miscommunication between them. It looked like Kyle Corbin had a beat on it, could have made the catch.
RBI,
to let Silverstein come in, but Silverstein wasn't there. And now it's 3-0.
Here's the second baseman.
Looks like another error for
number 13, Dathan Pruitt.
I think they're going to give him the hit there, but definitely a mental miscue there. Now batting, Dathan Pruitt, the second baseman.
And that fell right in between them. That can be a tough play sometimes as to who takes charge. Generally, it's the center fielder.
Yeah, and the ball was tailing away from the center fielder, so maybe his thought was, hey, it's going to tail right to the right fielder, so maybe that's why he pulled up on it, but just a lack of communication. The 1-0 pitch swung on and fouled out of the stadium behind us here. So now we have a new score here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. River Rats lead 3-0. Runner on first base with Dathan Pruitt up to bat.
Ooh.
Drops in a curveball for the strike.
That was a pretty pitch, I think. Martinez thought that was going near his head, broke right back into the zone for strike 2.
A 1-2 pitch, and that ball swung on and hit to second base. Slow hopper. They got him at first base for out number 3. So we head to the top of the second inning with the River Rats leading 3-0. Stay with us. We got a good one here at Sanford Memorial Stadium.
Send it down to Erica. She's got Delana and Nathan.
Told you that was crazy inning.
So much pressure.
I'm still trying to catch up.
No.
I don't know how he does both of these games.
I don't know either. It's crazy.
I'm still trying to catch up with some of this stuff.
I put some music on. The mic's not working down there. They're doing the Frozen t-shirt. Mic's not working down there. So.
All right, we've got a Frozen t-shirt going. Ralphie, come on, let's get them going. Got to see if they can get those Frozen t-shirts open and on. And it's always a bit of a problem.
Sorry, I was trying to figure.
Got a prize waiting for the winner. It never works. It definitely never works. I don't know what happened. Got a tie, Ralphie? Give them both a prize. All right, the young man's a winner. Congratulations to both of you. And enjoy your prize. By the way, fans, we appreciate all of the folks who open their homes and hearts to these players.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. I'm Cody Shook alongside Kevin Valine. Just want to say, please follow us on Facebook right now. Check out the Facebook Live we got going right now. Please share with all your friends so they can watch along with us. We've got a good one here so far. Sanford leads 3-0. Headed to the top of the second inning.
A couple of errors. Only one was credited as an error on the ground ball to Tyler Halstead, but a little bit of miscommunication between Corbin and Silverstein and right and center led to a couple of runs for the Rats.
First pitch in there for strike one from Jacob Webb.
Sadler Goodwin back at the plate after being at the plate for Jacob Silverstein to get caught stealing.
Strike number two on the outside part of the plate. Goodwin, the shortstop tonight. Down in the count, 0-2. In the dirt for ball one. Maybe just a waste pitch there.
Sadler's batting 9 for 31, 3 on base, 3 doubles, no homers yet.
1-2 pitch. Low for ball two. Goodwin batting 290 on the year, 8 RBIs. That's pretty impressive.
Drives in a lot of runs from the number 5 spot on the lineup.
2-2 count. Curveball up. Pushed it to a full count here.
Unlike Evans' curveball, that one didn't curve back in the zone, stayed up closer to his head.
3-2 pitch. Swung on. That ball is driven to center field. And that ball's over Richie Rivera's head. And that ball's out of here for the solo home run. And the first run of the game for the Winter Garden Squeeze.
Would have liked to have had that when there were 2 runners on, but still that ball was absolutely drilled out to center field. Over close to that 385 mark in center. And just turning around and watching that one fly out of here was Richie Rivera in center field. First homer of the season for Sadler Goodwin. Probably not the last 17
There's a first baseman from Woodrow.
Yeah, and that ball went to dead center here. And this is a big ballpark. So he put a charge into that one. Now batting, Tyler Halstead playing first base tonight. Looks at the first one for a strike. The 0-1 count. Swings at that one for strike number 2.
Halstead was a later addition to this team. He played with them last year and was their team leader in batting average. He has 372. A little bit of a slow start to this season.
The 0-2 in the dirt for ball one. Yeah, Halstead batting 136. No RBIs to speak of.
He's starting to heat up a little more. Got a base hit and a stolen base in yesterday's ball game. A double. Probably see more from him.
And that ball goes 5-hole through the catcher's legs, and that is ball number 2.
And depending on where you go to school, some of these guys have played really recently, like in the case of Chipola. They were in the JUCO World Series. They played just like a week ago. But for some of these guys, college season ended a couple of weeks, if not a month ago.
The 2-2 pitch from Webb. Strike him out, looking for out number 1.
Breaking ball caught the outside corner, and Halstead just watched it fall into the zone for strike 3.
That's Webb's second strikeout on the early campaign here. It's good to see a pitcher battle back after that. You know, you got to have that short-term memory here, especially on the mound. And that ball hit right back at him. The PFP's paying off for out number 2.
Good play to knock that ball down on the ground ball from Frederick back up the box. Once he was able to get a hold of it, there was
from Chipola College, the Panhandle.
Yep, so the 1-3 put out if you're keeping track at home, which I know you all are. Cole McKissick is now up to bat.
McKissick, a teammate of Jacob Silverstein, left fielder today. Both played on the Chipola team that won the JUCO World Series.
Watches that one on the outside half for strike 1. Cole McKissick, 6'2", 195 pounds. Playing third base tonight. 0-1 pitch, swung on, fouled straight back for strike 2.
And he's another guy that the Squeeze are really hoping first hit in yesterday's game against the Lightning. But he was another guy that was added a few minutes into the season.
Webb 0-2. That ball swung on, hit to right field, and I think it's going to be out of the stadium. So we come back with an 0-2 count.
Good job by McKissick on the 0-2 pitch to foul it off and stay alive. He's looking to put together a bigger rally. 1 run already on the board. And 1 more to try and get back into this game.
Yeah, it's good for Webb to come back just throwing strikes. 0-2 here. High for ball 1. Definitely a waste pitch there just to change up the eye level.
Now you got, on 0-2, you've got a couple of waste pitches until you get to 2-2. That's what that was.
And there was another one. Slider low and away for ball 2. So the solo home run, strikeout, and then a ground out back to the pitcher to get the 2 outs and the 1 run on the board.
A couple of quick outs after that moonshot by Sadler Goodwin. A good job by Jacob Webb, really, to come back after that home run and get 2 easy outs.
And that ball is hit to left field. Sergio Lopez has got it for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the second inning with a brand new score here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. River Rats lead 3-1. Stick with us.
Stop by the concession stand, say hello to Cindy, grab a Nathan's hot dog or a Bubba Burger, get yourself an ice cold Yingling, and our good friends, and we appreciate Duffy's Sports Grill, right down the third base line under the Yingling umbrella. And of course, we want to thank Dan Stewart and his great crew at Right Path Remodel and Restoration, as well as the people from Tobacco-Free Florida, and good luck to them for sponsoring tonight's game. Fans, 19 players from this league have made it to the big leagues. We're proud of that fact. And earlier this week, 21, that's right, 21 players were drafted in the Major League Draft who are alumni of this league. 9 of them former River Rats. Jason Barr in the 5th round for the Giants. Kevin Williams, Reed Hayes, a great shortstop from Bethune-Cookman, Demetrius Sims, Tyler Ratliff, Kevin Santa, Justin Smith, the guy that pitched a 9-inning shutout, a complete game in the championship game a few years ago, Alex House and Laz Rivera. So we congratulate all 9 of those former Rats and the other 12 players from around the league, including...
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. River Rats coming up to bat. They're up 3-1. Anthony Moline is going to try to tack on some more here to Ryan Evans on the mound.
First round draft pick. Good luck
gave up
to
a couple of
him.
hits, 3 runs.
Here's the
Halstead in the first inning.
catcher Anthony
A
Moline.
lot of the squeeze pitchers have done that. Struggled a bit in the first, but have calmed down.
And that ball swung on and popped straight up. And the center fielder has got it for out number 1. Cody Burgess comes away with the first out in the bottom of the second inning.
And in that bottom of the first, Ryan Evans
Leads the league in stolen bases. Here's the center fielder from Tampa, number 18.
The goal this inning is a quick 1-2-3 get the team back up, try and score some runs and get back into this.
Now batting, Richie Rivera. He's going to drag bunt. And he is going to beat it out. And that ball sailed into right field. And Rivera's on his way to second. And now he's headed to third. And now he's in the middle. And he's in a pickle. And he is safe at second base.
That's gonna be probably be a base hit. It was a tough play for Corregidor, a base hit, but then an error to get him to second base. And that was kind of a bizarre play because Corregidor threw it down to first base, and Halstead didn't even motion for it. It just kind of sailed.
Right fielder, the
then you have
Rodney.
Richie Rivera, who makes it down to second base, takes a wide turn, starts going to third, and then Cole McKissick gets the ball at third and waits to throw it back.
Yeah, instead of just throwing it.
And Richie Rivera stops like he's going to go back to third like if he was going to throw it. If he threw it, they may have gotten him in the rundown and gotten him out.
Yep. So now batting the leadoff man, Rodney Tenney does a slap hit again. It goes to shortstop, and it's going to bounce off his glove. So that'll be an error on Goodwin at shortstop.
We saw this from the Lightning, the team that the Squeeze faced in yesterday's game. The Lightning had 6 errors in that game. The Squeeze are kind of showing that there. Kind of a tough play. Sadler Goodwin usually one to make that play, but it's kind of tough for a shortstop coming in, throwing across your body to first for the out.
Now batting.
You're back up to the top of the lineup again for more damage.
Cody Arthur got hit by a pitch in his first at bat. He's squared around for the bunt here. Inside for ball 1. So Rodney Tenney, not something we see very often in baseball. A slap hit, something you would normally see in softball. Just run up in the box and poke it, put it somewhere, and let your speed do the work. 1-0 pitch, double steals on, and he's going to bunt, but it's going to go foul. It looked like both runners would have had those bags stolen.
Richie Rivera with a lot of speed, 5 out of 7 on steals, and Tenney, we already saw it. He's got a steal on the season, so
These two guys are really
they would have been on second and third.
Number 91.
Foul back.
Cody Arthur came into the game batting .417. So at some point, I mean, do you let him swing the bat here? 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Just low for ball 2, and there he goes. Steals third base on a complete hustle play. Way to be heads up by Richie Rivera.
Great delayed steal.
The delayed steal gets him a free 90.
Corridor's going to motion to his defense, which has struggled so far in the early going. Missing a lot of these plays.
Yeah. First and third, 1 out. Cody Arthur, the team leader in batting average. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Runners on the move to second. They're going to throw to third, and that ball goes into left field. So 1 run scores, and Tenney is going to be standing on third base after it all.
Corridor's second wide throw. The first one was to Halstead. And we've seen this from the squeeze, and we're seeing it from the Rats right now. That aggressive speed on the bases will force the defense to make plays, and sometimes
Was that
they'll
an
miss
error
it.
on the other team?
Yeah, as an error.
So now Cody Arthur still at the plate.
No, it was 2-1. It was 2-1.
2-1 count. Runner on third base. Swung on, fouled straight back and out of play for strike number 2.
And the Rats are really taking advantage of some misplays for the squeeze defense.
3-2.
Got a 3-2 count here. Cody Arthur, his job, put the ball on the ground and let Tenney use his speed to get him home for the 5th run of the game.
You see the squeeze defense in the infield playing back. They're going for the out. They're not going for the play-to-play.
3-2 count. Swung on, that ball is poked into left field, and that run's scored no matter where the infield's playing for the RBI single by Cody Arthur.
RBI Arthur.
And we have a new score here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. The River Rats now lead 5-1.
The DH, number 27, Gunnar Lambert.
Now batting for the River Rats, the DH, Gunnar Lambert, struck out swinging in his first at bat. Oh, pitch. Strike 1.
Some tough luck for Ryan Evans on the mound. He's made some good pitches, some weak contact to the infield, and plays haven't been made behind him.
Cody Arthur at first base. He's on the move. Ball 1, and he is out at second base.
And that was an important throw by Corridor. He's made a couple of poor throws to first base and third, but to get Arthur caught stealing, regain some of that confidence in his arm.
Cody Arthur, that is his 4th caught stealing in as many games. 1-1 count. Swung on and missed for strike number 2. One-two count here. 2 outs after the caught stealing. Gunnar Lambert, some 2-out magic, trying to get something going. Fouls that one straight back and out of play.
Once again, they're having Evans throwing a lot of pitches.
You gonna make it?
Over 30 in the second.
1-2 count, swung on and missed. Strike him out, swing for out number 3. We head to the top of the 3rd inning. River Rats lead 5-1. Stick with us. We got a great ball game going.
Racers down on the field. Is the microphone working?
I think he said yes. He was up here.
Here's Erica. She just didn't have it turned on.
Now it's working.
Now I know how the Leesburg fans
It happens though. You have games like that all the time. Not all the time. Time to time.
What's going on? Are they racing someone?
Yeah, they're racing.
Racing each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, outstanding job. Thank you, Erica.
Did you see that one?
By the way, Brad, that's the #1 mascot on the planet.
On the little boy.
Don't forget, you don't have to wait for game night to interact with the rats.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. I'm Cody Shook alongside Kevin Valine. We've got a high-scoring ball game early here. River Rats lead 5-1. So the Winter Garden Squeeze will try to get something going here in the top of the third inning with Josh Corridor up to bat.
We'll have 8, 9, 1, and 2 coming up. Corridor just 3 for 21 on the year, 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts. Struggled a little bit with back this season.
Yo, pitch. Outside for ball 1. Jacob Webb on the mound for the River Rats from Dallas Baptist. We've seen a few minor hiccups already, but he's been able to battle back. Pushes this one to a 1-1 count.
It's going to be important for Corridor to try to get on base and bring it back up to the top of the lineup. Burgess, Silverstein, Corbin.
That ball swung on, hit to Francis Villman at short, plays the big hop, makes the throw to first base for out number 1.
Center fielder from the Moccasin to Florida Southern in Lakeland.
This is the part of the lineup that you're really worried about. If you're facing the squeeze, the bottom half still looking to get going, but that combination of Burgess, Silverstein, Corbin, Harold, and Goodwin has a home run today is real dangerous.
Burgess 7 for 31 on the year. The 0 pitch. Low for ball 1. In Burgess's first at bat, popped up to right field on a 3-1 count. The 1-0 pitch. High off speed stuff for ball 2.
Now he's got another good count ahead, 2-0. He'll probably have the green light again.
That ball swung on. And Dathan Pruitt has it at second base for out number 2.
He popped it up to about the same place he did in the first inning on 2 hitter-friendly counts. Popped it up into shallow right field a couple of times.
Left fielder Jacob Silverstein.
Now coming to bat with 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Jacob Silverstein had a double back in the first inning to right center field. Webb misses with that one for ball 1.
Silverstein, after that double, got picked off at second base.
Yeah, base running miscues and maybe a little bit too aggressive. Maybe cost them a run because the guy that was at the plate hit a home run. That ball's hit to Dathan Pruitt at second base. He's going to make the throw to first. They got him for out number 3, so a quick inning takes us to the bottom of the third inning. River Rats still lead 5-1. Stick with us.
The Dogs hosting the Lightning in a delay right now. And up in Conrad Clark in DeLand, the Suns with a 2-0 lead over the Scorpions. Raffle people, but they'll come up right in the middle of the inning where they can't.
It's hard. I struggle doing the music, so it's just hard. It's difficult just to try to keep.
Fans, we want to thank our presenting sponsors once again. All you need to know is Seminole County and Sanford, Harold, and environmentally sensitive Waste Pro. Hope you're feeling lucky tonight. If you are, the Rats have got a raffle going for you. You get a ticket for $1 or get an arm's length for $5. A full Wings fan will get you.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. A quick half inning there by the Winter Garden Squeeze. We're unable to come up with any hits, any runs. We're in the bottom of the third inning.
4 winners here from Buffalo Wild Wings. 5 free kids meals from Cheddar's.
Good play to get to it.
Haircuts from Sanford Barbershop. A $50 gift certificate from Velvet Lab. And
are the Winter Garden Squeeze, are they more of an early team? Are they going to be the team that jumps out to the big lead, or are they the team that rallies from behind?
For the Rats, the bottom of the third,
a couple of games against Atlanta, they got down early but came back for some wins. But in the last few games, they've gotten off to quick starts and held the lead. So
they really haven't found themselves yet.
No,
it's the game of baseball, though. Yep. So now batting, Sergio Lopez.
What was wrong with her like the other? She just didn't turn it on.
Took ball one on a breaking ball on the outside.
1-0 pitch. That ball swung on and hit to left field.
That's a silo shot.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Silverstein's got it for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Silverstein camped under that ball for about a year before it came down. He had it played nicely, just had to stand there.
Shortstop.
With 1 out. Yeah. So we've seen a lot of power from Lopez, but he hasn't been able to get the hits to fall. Now with 1 out, Francis Villeman, the shortstop, comes up to the plate. Popped up in foul territory to the right fielder in his last at bat.
If you go back to Lopez, I think he just got under that one. I think the hits will start coming for him.
The 0-0 pitch misses for ball 1.
Fly out to right in the first inning.
1-0 pitch. In the dirt for ball 2. Villeman has been getting hot as of late. Coming into the ballgame, batting .250. The 2-0 pitch swung on, looked like off speed for strike number 1. Swung right through it there.
And well out in front of the off speed from Brian Evans. Good 2-0 pitch there, not giving him the fastball.
2-1 pitch, low and away for ball 3. Villeman, 6 for 25 on the year, a double and a triple, 4 RBIs. He's walked 5 times, so 3-1 pitch. Outside, and Villeman takes the free 90.
If you're Ryan Evans, that's something that you really don't want to do. This guy's got 4 steals. He's got a triple, shown the speed early, and we've seen that once the Rats get on
First baseman Alejandro.
they take the initiative. They're often moving, and they've taken advantage of some squeezed defensive miscues.
And now coming to the plate, Alejandro Martinez, the first baseman, has a single on the night.
You have an ear for 2 years.
That's what it says on the game live.
So I think he's going to be paying a lot of attention.
And pickoff attempt, close, but was unable to get him. Just want to say thank you to everybody watching on Facebook Live right now. Please share so more people can watch and we can get those viewers up. We appreciate the likes, the comments, and the shares. Keep them coming. Another pickoff attempt, nothing going.
It'd be really important for Evans to keep these guys close to the bag. They've been taking off, getting great jumps on him.
Just remind me at the end of the end.
He's going to have to keep close to the bag.
The 0 pitch to Martinez, and that ball is swung on and fouled out of the stadium here for strike 1.
Martinez with a single back in the first inning.
Foul ball, yeah.
River Rats lead 5-1 here. Runner on first base after the 1-out walk. Martinez, a first baseman, up to bat. Strike 2, and another delayed steal. He's on the move to second base, and he is out by 2 steps for out number 2.
Well, that was a good throw from Corregidor on the delayed steal. I think it was Drew Frederick. Took him right to where he was sliding in. If that was on the other side of the plate, he probably would have been safe.
But way to be heads up behind the plate there for Corregidor to get the delayed steal attempt. 0-2 count, hit to shortstop Goodwin. He's going to make the throw to first base, and he's got it for out number 3. So we head to the top of the 4th inning. River Rats lead 5-1.
We got some hungry fans down on the field. Madison and Riley, and they're going to get a chance to eat some pudding. Here's Erica.
They're going to have to get someone else to get the food. Because I'm doing scoreboard. No, I'm good. I have to still play.
Are they doing the left one or not?
Oh man. My girl was just up here. We should ask him her hair's on. Yeah. She'll watch it. It's so fun. I love it. I think it's like the funniest thing in the world. Yeah, oh my gosh.
everybody wins.
Hope we got some napkins down there for those ladies. I hope you enjoyed your pudding. Thank you, Erica and Ralphie.
We're back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. We're in the top of the 4th inning. And the River Rats are leading 5-1 after 3 in the first, 2 in the second, and a goose egg in the third. The Winter Garden Squeeze scored their only run off a solo home run in the top of the 2nd inning.
3-4-5 will step up to greet Webb. Here in the top of the 4th. Corbin's up first.
Leading off the top of the 4th for the Squeeze, right fielder number 4, Kyle Corbin.
Kyle Corbin batting over 400 on the year through 8 games. So wouldn't be the worst thing to walk him batting that high. No RBIs, no home runs for Corbin. Webb misses with that first pitch for ball 1.
Corbin, when he gets on base, he'll be on the move. 3 for 4 in steals. Doing well in just a couple of ball games.
That ball swung on and hit to right field. Ronnie Tenney gives chase, but that ball is out of here for the second solo home run of the evening. And we have a new score here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. River Rats lead 5-2 now off a moonshot there by Corbin. Just as I said, he has no home runs, no RBIs on the season. He says, here's one of each.
Corbin, not a lot of power in the bat, but he just launched that one to right field. And just turning around and watching it leave the park.
DH, Evan Harold.
Didn't do anything about it. And that's 2 no-doubters from this Squeeze offense. And up in steps in another guy, and Evan Harold, who's already got 2 homers on the season.
Harold, a big pull guy from the right side. A lot of his hits go to the left side. And we're going to see what Webb has to offer here. The last time he gave up a home run, struck out the next guy looking. He's got Harold in a 1-1 count now as he misses there with a high fastball.
Harold struck out in the first inning. That was strikeout number 9 on the season. So he's prone to the strikeout at times.
In there for strike 2. 1-2 count now. In Harold's first at bat, he saw 3 pitches. All of them were strikes.
Yeah.
In yesterday's ball game against the Lightning, he had that home run, but he still struck out 2 times.
1-2 count. Waste pitch there. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Standing on deck is Sadler Goodwin, who took Webb deep back in the second.
2-2 pitch.
That ball bounced well in front of the plate. That was.
I think he hit the umpire because he's a little shaken up. He's headed to the first base dugout.
That pitch bounced in front of even the batter's box chalk and came up. I think it hit the shoulder or something.
Taking care of her.
Follow the River Rats on Twitter and Instagram at FCSL Rats. We post some great stuff about promotions and games that are upcoming here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. Got a 3-2 count now to Evan Harold. Batting .233 on the year. 3-2 count. Swung on, and that ball's cued to first base. And it's a fair ball. And they've got him for out number 1 on the tag.
That's a tough play for Evan Harold. Just cues it off the end of the bat and just stays fair. That's great for him.
And now coming up to bat, the shortstop, Sadler Goodwin, has the big fly in the second inning that put the Winter Garden Squeeze on the board. Not much wind to speak of, so he got all of it back in the second inning. Here's the first pitch. Outside for ball 1.
First home run of the season for Sadler Goodwin, but he's already got 3 doubles. That's power.
Looked like the same spot, but this time gets a different result. Strike 1.
Right on that outer edge with a fastball to get the first strike of the at-bat.
1-1 count. Low for ball 2. Goodwin, 9 RBIs on the season already. I mean, This is the 9th ball game of the year, so averaging 1 a game, very impressive. 2-1 count, swung on and missed on the off speed. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I think Sadler Kubin was looking for the fastball on 2-1, way out in front of the breaking ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. The pitch from Webb. That ball's hit to left center, and he's going to be looking at extra bases off the wall. And he's got the slide-in double. So half of the cycle already here in the top of the 4th inning.
He
Sadler
just barely missed a home run as he hit it about to the same spot, and it bangs off the very top of that wall. Sadler Goodman, I think, was a little bit slow on the box, thinking he got it all. He had to turn on the jets to get into second base with the double, but that ball was smashed again.
Yeah, coming around first base, he was in a slow jog, man. Thought he had his 2nd home run of the night. But
to be fair, it was almost out of here.
I mean, he hit it to the deepest part of the park, 385 way out there. So all he has is this slide-in double, and that next pitch is hit to the shortstop, Villman. He's going to make the throw over to first base, where they do not have him safe with the infield single. So that was Tyler Halstead.
Looking it down the line and just getting in there. It was a tough throw for Villman. He's the shortstop, and he got it in the hole, fired it at first, and just couldn't get him. But that works. He got a couple of deep shots, home run, double.
And just like that, Webb is in a jam here on the mound. Here in the top of the 4th inning, runners on 1st and 2nd, 1 out, drops in the curveball for strike 1.
Stepping in is Drew Frederick, rounded out in the 1st inning. And he's a guy that has been out for a couple of games, but he usually bats at the top of the lineup, so he's still a threat down at number 7 in the order.
Yeah, and that ground out wasn't a soft one. Hit it right back at the pitcher, and that ball's hitting to the left center field. And Rivera's going to give chase, and that ball's headed to the wall. 1 run scores. And now it's going to end up being a 2-run triple for Drew Frederick to the left center gap.
And that's one way to come back into the lineup after being a couple of games off. Line that, and what really made that play was that Richie Rivera in center field just couldn't cut it off. Goes all the way to the wall. Frederick with good speed. That's why he's usually at the top of the lineup. Rolls all the way into 3rd. And now it's a 5-4 ball game. And with McKissick at the plate, he can just loft one into the outfield and try and score Frederick from 3rd. There's only 1 out.
Webb now talking to his catcher just for a second, calm him down a little bit. The Squeeze have 4 runs, 6 hits, and 3 errors in the field. River Rats have 5 runs, 5 hits, and no errors.
This is welcome for the Squeeze. That bottom of the order has been struggling early on in the season. To get that 2 RBI triple from Drew Frederick out of number 7 is great for the team.
Yep, it is. I already checked it.
And now batting, Cole McKissick, the 3rd baseman, slide out to left field. Over there, Sergio Lopez in his first at bat. 1-0 pitch. Swung on, and that ball is hit straight up where Dathan Pruitt has it over at second base, and no one's tagging, so an uneventful, unsuccessful sac fly there.
He just missed the breaking ball. McKissick did and popped it up, and no chance for Drew Frederick. Wisely held up because the catch was made by the first baseman just on the outfield grass. A throw would have gotten Frederick with ease.
So now batting, Josh Corridor, the catcher, grounded out to shortstop in his first at bat, coming up in a big spot here where he could tie the game with just 1 swing of the bat here in the top of the 4th.
Big at bat from Corridor. Want to keep this rally going and get this back to a tie ball game.
1-0 pitch. And that ball swung on in a lazy fly ball to center field. Richie Rivera's got it for out number 3. So a successful half inning there for the Winter Garden Squeeze, and they're going to try to keep this game right where it is. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th inning. River Rats lead 5-4.
They hit for the cycle that inning.
Did they?
Home run, single, double.
And don't forget, Saturday night, we got a huge event coming up. You can celebrate Father's Day. Dads can go down to the field with their kids before the game with a special ticket offer we have. Come on out at 6 o'clock. Game time is at 7 o'clock. Winter Guard will be back here for the third game of our series. Also, we're going to have the Magic Blue Crew in the house. We're going to have inflatables for kids. It'll be a great evening here at the ballpark. Hope you'll tell the neighbors, grab the kids, come on out. Saturday night, 7 o'clock right here.
Is that loud enough out there? It doesn't sound like it.
It sounds okay. You can ask Kenny's coming in.
Are you gonna warm up catcher? What are they doing?
You guys have a dirty car?
I'm right. They didn't have a warm-up catcher.
Surprised the umpire didn't jump on there.
If we can, Robert, if we can fit it in, a drop for the peanut guy downstairs.
And his name is, what's it called?
Oh, okay.
Mellow
Sausage and garden, what is that?
Mellow Steve's boiled peanuts down there. You don't have to read all that. Just Cajun boiled peanuts down. Mellow Steve's Cajun.
We're back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning after an eventful top of the fourth where the Squeeze hit for the cycle. As a team, they scored 3 runs to make it a 1-run ball game.
Right next to the
Kyle
concession
led off
stand.
the
Boy,
with a home
peanuts.
run after a little ground.
Really good on a night like
Double
this.
from
So
Tyler
go
Goodwin,
down there
single
and
from
try
Tyler
them at
Halstead,
least.
and a triple for Drew
enjoy some
Frederick.
boiled peanuts.
Accounted for
here
all
at
4
the
hits.
ballpark.
Team hit for the cycle. That's mighty impressive.
Yeah,
And
very
the
impressive.
ability for this team to come back, they're down 5-1 after a
Leading
couple
off
of
the
errors.
Rats in the
And be
bottom
able
of
to
the fourth
fight back, and
inning.
now they're only down 1
Second
run.
baseman
Mighty
Dathan
impressive for this team.
Pruitt.
So now batting for the River Rats, going to try to
What's the name of the place?
keep going with that lead. Dathan Pruitt playing second base, grounded out to second base in his first at bat, offers that one with the bunt there, but he pulls back just in time for ball 1.
All right.
Pruitt with a little ground out to end the bottom of the first inning for the Rats.
That ball swung on and fouled straight back into the net.
Squeeze hit for the cycle last inning.
Did it?
Yeah.
Hit some hard
Just
balls.
want to say thank you to everybody watching on Facebook Live right now. Keep the comments and likes coming. We appreciate it here at Sanford Memorial Stadium.
We're in first place.
Dathan Pruitt, 1-1 count. Outside for ball 2.
Start making pitching changes.
Corridor tried to frame that pitch on the outside corner and just with a call from home plate umpire.
After that inning, I think the River Rats do have somebody warming up in the bullpen. Misses with a 2-1 pitch. Ball 3.
Well, that radar gun doesn't work much. Half the time doesn't work.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
For the Squeeze, the last thing you want to do is let runners on this Rats team. Mighty aggressive on the base paths.
Yep, and the fake bunt attempt. 3-2 count now.
Yeah. Why it doesn't work
I'm
sometimes.
wondering if Pruitt's just trying to bring in the first and third baseman and loft one over their heads. Doesn't look like he actually wants to bunt.
3-2 count. He walks. So a leadoff walk for the River Rats here in the bottom of the fourth inning is probably the last thing the Winter Garden Squeeze wanted.
Catcher from Sanford University in the Homewood section of Birmingham. Number 28, Anthony Mulrine.
With a team that's super aggressive when they get on base, you don't want to give anybody free passes.
Now batting, number 28, Anthony Mulrine, the catcher. Popped up to center field in his first at bat. Takes that one for ball 1. So runner on first base, nobody out. Anthony Mulrine going to try to at least get him over. Or we might see Pruitt on the move. He does not go. Looked like he was about to. Misses from Evans, so ball 2 now.
Once again, once the River Rats get on, they like to do those fake steals, try and draw Evans' attention on the mound.
Second game back, I think.
Once you kind of lose that concentration, the control can leave you too.
Pickoff move. Nothing going. As Pruitt looked like he knew it was coming, so he was only a few feet off the bag.
You have to think that after the last pitch in which he almost took off for second base.
2-0 pitch inside for ball 3. And we start to wonder, are the Squeeze going to warm up somebody here in the near future?
Probably how long he can keep Evans in there.
3-0. High for ball 4, so that's a free 90 for the River Rats as he walks his second straight batter, and there goes the guy in the bullpen, number 18, Brian Brown, is now starting to warm up as we get a mound visit from the head coach.
The mound visit's kind of formality here. 2 straight rounds. They're going to try and get Brian Brown some time to warm up in the bullpen. And Brian Brown on the season, no record. He hasn't pitched since June 8th, a week ago. So really, what this mound visit is just to give Brian Brown some time to warm up. Of course, they hope that Ryan Evans can work his way out of this jam, but the way it's going.
How often do you see a mound visit where the catcher doesn't go to the mound and none of the infielders go to the mound?
It happens from time to time. I think all the infielders don't need to come in that situation. The infielders come in if it's bottom 8, you're up by a run, bases loaded, 2 outs. You want to make sure everyone's on the same page of where you're going. But in that situation, I think it's just Coach Welch trying to calm down Ryan Evans on the mound, give Brian Brown some time.
Usually most infielders, they want to get behind their pitcher and say, hey man, you got this, let's get a double play ball here, let's get out of this inning real quick without giving up any runs.
And here comes Corregidor now to come out and have a chat. And I wonder if that's the situation where, all right, I'm going to go out and chat afterwards.
See, now I don't like that. I don't think that should be allowed. You know that they're on the same page. They know what signs they're throwing down there with a runner on second base. So I think that's just.
You could have had Corregidor come out with Welch and talk to Ryan Evans.
Yeah. So
if it's allowed, they can do it.
Yeah, for sure. Now batting Richie Rivera, and he's going to fake bunt, and the double steal works. Something you don't see often there. The third baseman crashed, and Dathan Pruitt took off for third base.
This team is super aggressive. I keep saying that over and over, but they do it again there. The fake bunt draws in McKissick from third, and there's no one covering to get the out.
Now the infield comes in, and that ball is going to get away from the catcher, but not far enough. So that's ball 1. Richie Rivera had the single back in the second inning. He later scored in that inning. Start to hear the stands get a little bit more into this ball game. They know this is a crucial spot. 1-1 count. Swung on, fouled straight back and out of the stadium.
Ryan Evans on 1 and 2 definitely going to be looking for the strikeout here of Richie Rivera.
Starting to see some more pitchers go down to the bullpen to start warming up. River Rats lead 5-4. Runners on second and third. Nobody out. Richie Rivera, the center fielder, up to bat. Evans going to step off.
Have all the infielders playing in for the play at the plate.
The 1-2 pitch. Inside for ball 2. So 2 walks back to back, then a double steal on a fake bunt attempt. Leads us to second and third, nobody out. 2-2 pitch. Outside for ball 3. And you got to think this is probably Evans' last batter.
Especially with how this goes. If he walks Rivera, bases loaded, nobody out, you're back to the top of the lineup. They'll be bringing in somebody.
3-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back. So we reset here.
Good job by Richie Rivera to make contact, lunges over the plate to get that outside fastball and just fouls it back that screen.
And if he does walk him here, that puts the relief pitcher in a serious jam.
Nobody out, and you're back to the top of the lineup as well.
Yeah, especially with a speedy Rodney Tenney up on deck. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on, hit down the line. Oh, and it just hooked foul right before the bag at third base.
And that bounced on the line just about 1.5 feet in front of the third base bag and tailed foul. Lucky break for the squeeze there. That would have scored too easy.
So Rivera has to make the walk back to home plate where we reset. 3-2 count. Runners on second and third. The bottom of the 4th inning. Rats up by 1 to this point. The 3-2 from Evans. Outside for ball 4. And that is the third walk of the fourth inning.
Not only the third walk, but the third straight walk. There's still nobody out, and the bases are loaded. A small silver lining there.
Right fielder.
A force out at every base. And they're going to be calling in someone from
Teddy.
Yeah, we'll figure he was coming out.
And looks like
it'll either be Brian Brown or Lance Johnson. Both of them are working independent. It looks like it'll be Lance Johnson coming in, the guy that Coach Welsh goes to in a bunch of these tough spots when there's runners on base, less than 2 outs. He's the guy that Welsh goes to.
Nice hand for Ryan Evans.
What's his number?
Lance Johnson's 25.
A tough outing for squeeze pitcher Ryan Evans. Ends the day 3 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs. Only 2 of them were earned, but we'll see what happens here. He's responsible for all 3 runners on the base paths, 4 walks, and just 2 strikeouts. And the River Rats playing mind games with him on the bases.
And now coming into pitch,
US Open today, Ricky
Lance
Fowler.
Johnson, number 25 from Troy.
7 under par. He's got a 2-shot lead over Brian Harmon and
He is
Fleetwood.
really been a
Kepka
star
and
out
Paul
of the
Casey
He
also
pitched in 7 innings,
tied
5
for second
appearances.
and 5
Gave
under.
up his first
Up
run of
in
the
Everett
season in his
Hills,
last
Johnson.
outing. But a 1.28 ERA, 0.57 whip, and in those 7 innings, 10 strikeouts to only 1 walk and 3 hits. Last appearance, he went 2
Around the big
innings.
leagues, the
June
Red Sox
13th
and
versus
Phillies
the Dogs.
scoreless in the
And earned
4th.
around 3 hits and
That's for the
strikeout.
1-0 lead, top 4.
And
He'll throw you a fastball around 85. He throws a split.
St. Pete Devil Rays, a 2-1 lead
He's got
over the Tigers.
a number of pitches to try and get you out. Of course, he's got the sidearm motion, which is always deceptive.
Just about to mention that if you're familiar with the River Rats, he throws very similar to C.J. Carter, the closer for the Rats. So that sidearm, not yet submarine pitching from the right side.
And it's something that you don't generally see often, but if you watch the squeeze at all, they have 3. They've got Ethan Jones, they've got Dean Nyarkos, and they've got Lance Johnson all be throw from around that sidearm.
Wow. So that is always deceptive, and it's very tough for a hitter to pick up on. But for a lefty batter, it's easier to pick up on, and that's not normally who you'd go to, a sidewinder up against a lefty batter.
So I think that if you're Coach Welsh, this is just the guy that's come in a number of clutch spots. And he had Brian Brown warming up earlier, who hasn't pitched in a week. So he's going with the guy that's performed better early on this season.
So Ronnie Tenney up to bat, and he's going to put down the squeeze attempt, but nothing going as he misses for strike 1. Tenney 1 for 2 on the day after an error on the shortstop in his last at bat. So Tenney has got on base both times. The left fielder is super shallow right now.
I don't think he's going to be hitting opposite. If he does, pop up.
Just imagine where the shortstop stands on a normal depth. Take about 4 steps backwards. That's where the left fielder is right now on this 0-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back. For strike number 2. So Ronnie Tenney got a big job to do here.
And when you talk to Coach Welsh about Lance Johnson and the times that he comes in, he says that Lance really loves the big spot, and this is can't get much bigger than this. Bases loaded, nobody outs, and really where this ball game's going is hinging on what happens here.
Tenney batting 9 for 19, which is just under 500. 0-2 count on a bases loaded inside for ball 1. I mean, this is a very crucial spot in the game with bases loaded, nobody out. Because a single, 2 runs could score with nobody out in just the top of the lineup up for the River Rats.
Yeah, those are the guys that have done a lot of the damage. Lance Johnson wants to get Tenney here.
1-2 outside for ball 2. And Cody Arthur would be on deck. He is 1 for 1 with a hit by pitch.
And that last breaking ball from Lance Johnson just slipped out of his hands, goes outside. And now he's got to bring it back in. After a couple of waste pitches, it's back to 2-2. You can't walk him.
2-2 pitch. Inside, and he swings and fouls it down the first base line.
Not ahead of that, but that pitch was well inside. A good job by Tammy to foul it hard down the right field.
Do you think it's too early to have the infield in? Doesn't that kind of mean like your offense, you don't think they're going to score?
I think what they're trying to do here is just keep the game close. They've already given up a couple of runs, and there's still nobody out.
2-2 pitch. That ball's hit shallow into center field. They're going to see if test Burgess' arm, and they do test it. Here comes the run. Hits the runner, and now all the runners will advance an extra 90 feet.
And that's a really tough break. Burgess' throw was up the line, up the third baseline. No chance to get the runner coming in from third base. David threw it. Just hit a hard luck when it hits it as he's running home.
Yeah, nothing you can really do about that one. Just sometimes the ball falls differently for you. And we have a new score here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. River Rats now lead 6-4 here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
About the worst possible outcome out of that, because if the runners were able to stay,
double
play right there, but now a base hit will score 2 runs.
Cody Orther up to bat now, and he gets hit for the second time tonight, and that's something we see a lot here. Cody Orther, he does get hit quite a bit, but anything to help the team and help that on-base percentage.
Well, now Lance Johnson is going to be facing Gunnar Lambert, who's already struck out twice today.
Designated hitter.
He's going to be looking for a ground ball. One good thing about that hit by pitch sets up the double play again.
So we have bases loaded here in the bottom of the fourth inning. River Rats lead 6-4, and Gunnar Lambert comes up to the plate in a very big spot against the relief pitcher here, Lance Johnson.
No pitch at this thing.
Yo, pitch. Ball 1. River Rats lead 6-4 here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Okay. But the runners moved up. The runners in first and second.
The 1-0 pitch to Lambert.
So Tinny got the RBI.
In there for the high called strike.
Okay.
1-1 count now. 1 out, bases loaded. Lance Johnson got the pop-up for out number 1. Steps off, resets.
Lance Johnson probably going to be working a lot with that changeup and split finger, looking to get the ground ball.
1-1 pitch, low for ball 2.
But you have to be careful. Bases are loaded now. Walk would drive in a run.
Hey, this is a tough opener, man. There's a lot of action.
Lambert has 1 RBI in this early season. 2-1 pitch, low for ball 3. And as the coach for the Squeeze, you're a little bit more stressed out right now, especially because you have nobody warming up in the bullpen.
As they took Brian Brown out.
3-1 pitch. Inside, and he walks him.
RBI.
And we have a new score here at Sanford Memorial after the bases loaded walk. River Rats lead 7-4.
Now they've pretty much answered back to the Squeeze's 3 runs at the top of this inning. This game is crawling along now. 8-16, and we're in the bottom.
There's a left fielder, the double deuce, Sergio.
Now batting, Sergio Lopez, 0 for 2 on the night. An error on the first baseman, a pop up to the left fielder, hits down to third base, makes the first out there, and he throws it to first base for the double play. So the 5-3 double play ends the fourth inning, and we head to the top of the fifth. River Rats lead 7-4. We've got a high-scoring affair here.
You know what? You love it. The Chicken Chuck, courtesy of TDQ Chicken. Here's Damien and Nick. Erica? Chance to break it open there.
Do we still have only 5 hits? I mean, that's what's on the scoreboard. I want to just make sure that it's
Looks like a walk-off.
It is. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, on that one, I think it was a base hit, but an error got into third or something.
good.
All right, thank you, Damian. Thank you, Nick. Enjoy your
That was the one where he came up on it before he did,
and we appreciate
overthrew it at first, but it's
all
going to be a really
season
tough
long
play.
once again. Thanks for their great restaurant on Reinhardt Road. And when you go to PDQ, please tell them thank you for supporting the Rats. They've been great.
Yeah, that's right.
Line scores right. The line scores right.
No, I was asking about kids. We only have 5 minutes.
That's correct. That's called the line score.
Oh.
4, 7, 5, and 0.
Okay.
Leading off.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. River Rats scored 2 there in the bottom of the 4th inning. And we're in the top of the 5th now with Cody Burgess now up to bat. Takes that one for a high inside ball.
In that inning, we had a sacrifice fly to score a run, and then a bases loaded walk to score the second.
1-0's hit into center field.
Lazy fly ball.
Lazy fly ball pulled down by Richie Rivera for out number 1.
And that's the third little loop fly ball out for Cody Burgess. He's in a bit of a slump right now.
Left fielder number 8, Jacob Silverstein.
Still pitching for the River Rats. Jacob Webb giving up 4 runs, but he's doing a great job of battling back, and now batting Jacob Silverstein. He's going to drop down the drag bunt. Fouls it straight back into the net for strike 1.
Silverstein 1 for 2 with a double back in the first inning. Had a sharp ground ball that was snagged by Pruitt at second base. So it could easily be 2 for 2 if that one squirted through.
0-1 count. High fastball for ball 1. The Squeeze have done a great job tonight battling back and really never giving up. Scored 3 last inning,
2 and 1.
and they scored their first run in the top of the 2nd inning.
Just trying to stick around. 3 runs, not an insurmountable deficit. There's still a lot of baseball to be played. We're only in the top of the 5th.
Especially with their ability to hit the long ball. 2 solo home runs tonight. Just get some guys on, and it's a completely different ball game. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled into the catcher's mitt. 2-2 count.
Silverstein really looking to get on base any way he can to get Corbin up. Corbin 1 for 1 with a home run and a walk. Silverstein can get on base. That's some speed, maybe steal a base. Corbin can knock him in.
2-2 pitch. Strike him out, swing for out number 2.
High fastball in the outside corner. Silverstein chased it.
Right fielder number 4.
That's really important for Jacob Webb. He gave up 3 runs in the top of the 4th, but his offense came back with 2. And after those types of innings, you want to shut down the opposing offense.
That's Webb's
following inning.
That's Webb's 3rd strikeout of the night. Now he's facing Kyle Corbin, the right fielder. As you mentioned, the solo home run to right field in his last at bat. 0-1 count. In there for strike 2.
Just catching the bottom of the zone on the inside corner. Corbin quickly in a hole.
I don't think you throw him anything close here.
No, you got him 0-2. He's been a hot hitter for the Squeeze. You try and expand the zone here on 0-2, try and get him to chase. You got a couple of waste pitches until you get to 2-2.
0-2. Strike him out swinging. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. River Rats lead 7-4, and we're going to see if they're going to tack on to that lead.
Fans, if you're under the age of 12 and want to show how fast you really are, head on down behind the Rats dugout down the first baseline. After this half inning, we'll send you out to run the bases. It'll be races of the bases. All those under 12, head on down. And everybody that runs will get a free kids meal courtesy of Duffy's Sports Grill in Lake Mary. So if you're under 12, want to run the field, run the bases, head on down behind the Rats dugout, down the first baseline. We want to thank Buffalo Wild Wings also for providing tonight's team meal. When you visit them on Reinhardt Road, please thank them for supporting the Rats all season.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. I'm Cody Shook alongside Kevin Valine, and we've got a good one here. High scoring, Rats lead 7-4. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning, and Francis Villeman is coming up to the plate.
Number 1, Francis
Johnson back out there on the mound for another inning of work. Came in, bases loaded, nobody out.
Oh, a pitch swung on a dribbler between the third baseman pitcher, and he has got him at first base. So the PFPs right there really paid off for out number 1 to get a speedy Francis Villeman.
Good job by Lance Johnson. Crash off the mound quickly, barehand that ball and fire it to first. It was a bit of a wide throw, but Halstead, good play at first
baseman, number 19.
It's important too because there's a lot of speed.
Yeah, for sure. And now batting, Dathan Pruitt, or Alejandro Martinez, excuse me. Alejandro's 1 for 2 on the night. Watches that one for ball 1.
Martinez with a base hit and RBI back in the first. He grounded out 6-3 in the third.
Did you want? I had one.
The 1-0 pitch.
I didn't realize he had a
Low for ball 2. And Johnson, he's an up-tempo pitcher. He really likes to work quickly.
And he does, and you see that a lot from some of these pitchers.
Misses with that one. 3-0.
Lance Johnson with a bases-loaded walk in the last inning, and he's 3-0 here. Not something he came into this game with just 1 walk, and
I already did.
Struggling a little bit.
3-0. Walks him on 4 straight. So that's a free 90 for Alejandro Martinez. And that was for Martinez the most pitches he's seen all night. In his first at bat, he swung at the second pitch. In his last at bat, he swung at the third pitch. And now he saw 4. So now batting, Dathan Pruitt, the second baseman. He is 0 for 1 with the walk tonight. Grounded out to second base for the 4-3 putout.
Lance Johnson really looking to put up a 0 here, get his team's offense back to work, trying to keep it a 3-run deficit.
A pitch. A bunt attempt, but he pulled back for ball 1.
I think Lance Johnson really wanted that pitch on the outside corner. He couldn't get the strike call.
That is 5 straight balls now from Lance Johnson.
bullpen activity.
And Pruitt, it would be a tough guy to double up. He's got some wheels, so if he put one on the ground, he might be able to beat it out to first base, the 1-0 pitch. High for ball 2. So we see the Winter Garden squeeze warming up somebody in the bullpen now.
It's Brian Brown again. He was warming up back in the 4th inning. It was Lance Johnson who ended up coming into the ball game. So he's back out there warming up again.
The 2-0 pitch. Hit to softly to first base, and his only play is to step on first for the 3 unassisted.
Still lucky. I mean, you do get the runner to second base in Martinez, but that ball just stayed fair, took Halstead right to the bag, and he was about to pull off and throw down to second base, but he wisely came back and stepped on the bag to make sure that he got out number 2.
You got to wonder there just a little bit why Pruitt swung at that. That was, he just threw 6 straight balls, and you swing at a ball in on your hands and just tap it to first base.
Not quite sure what he was thinking there, but they do have a runner in scoring position now with 2 down.
Yep, so Martinez is at second base, and Anthony Mulrine is coming up to the plate, and he has popped up to the center fielder and walked in his last appearance. The 0 pitch swung on, and that ball is fouled straight up where Corridor has a play on it, but it's just going to go out of reach, and it's over the net.
Over the net into about the 3rd row of seats. Corridor took a look, but...
So good effort there. Gotta love when a catcher pops up, throws off the mask, and starts running. 0-1 count now from Lance Johnson to Anthony Mulrine. Runner on second base. Outside for ball 1.
He got the curve there, and he almost got Mulrine to swing through it. He wisely held up on the pitch down in the dirt and away.
And just like that, he is not warming up in the bullpen for the Squeeze. They're going to just stick with Johnson here, and hopefully he can get this third out for them. Back pick, no one at second, so he has to just hold the ball.
Brian Brown is standing in front of the bullpen, and he was already warming up once, so maybe he went out there just to throw a couple of pitches. He's standing there, and I think that if Lance Johnson can't get out of the inning, they're going to bring Brown in.
2 outs, runner on second, 1-1 count. That one misses outside for ball 2. So Johnson just hasn't been able to find the control, but luckily he's been able to get 2 outs pretty quick, easily here.
Well, and Coach Welsh's biggest worry with Lance Johnson is overuse. This is inning number 9 out of the bullpen.
2-1 outside for ball 3.
When you're struggling with your control at times, like Lance Johnson is here, you're not going to get those borderline pitches. That one just missed high and outside. If he was hitting his spots, that may have been strike number 2.
3-1 back pick to second, and they've got him for out number 3. We head to the top of the 6th. After a base running miscue, River Rats lead 7-4.
Time for races of the bases. Everybody gets a free kids meal from Duffy's, and they're off. Gotta touch the bases, kids. Don't cut the bases. Touch them all. They've got the fastest minds in the league, and down the stretch they come.
My favorite are the little tiny kids.
Yeah.
Who can barely run.
Got some of our tobacco-free Florida people there.
This one player has to like help him run.
And we've got a little one running with mom there.
We have the one coming in by himself. No, bro, look at him. Oh.
Enjoy your kids meal and run. Duffy's still got a touch home. Oh. He's safe anyway.
Oh.
All right, Mom, here we go.
Did the rat run into
Did you
him?
see that? Yeah, he was trying to take it to the main house. That was so funny.
And this home as well. We'll call it safe. Everybody enjoy your kids' meal at Duffy's for Racing the Bases.
New pitcher.
New pitcher.
At 29.
Mm-hmm.
29.
9.
You see?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Michael Gizzy?
Gizzy. Michael Gizzy.
I'm glad it's not Gizzy.
Now pitching for the Rats from the thundering herd of Marshall and Huntington, West Virginia. Big right-hander number 29,
The race at the
Michael
bases so we can eat food.
Gizzy.
Can I have food? So good.
Oh, burger.
He ain't busy. He's Michael Gizzy.
I'm going to check
Sometimes there's big pork, you know. Where the dogs?
Suns with a 5-4 lead over the Scorpions in the 5th.
Dogs. Hey, down.
Put that back on.
Evan Harold.
Leading off with the Squeeze in the top of the 6th.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. I'm Cody Shook, alongside Kevin Valine. We're calling Rats and Squeeze, and we've got a new pitcher on the mound for the Rats, Michael Gizzy from Marshall University.
0-0 with an 8.10 ERA and 3 1/3 innings pitched.
His first batter will be Evan Harold, the DH.
Harold looking to get his first hit of the night. Struck out back in the first and then 3 unassisted in the 4th.
The 0-1 pitch, outside for ball 1.
Gizzy in his last appearance was June 9th against the Lightning. And 2 innings pitched, no runs, No hits, no walks. It was perfect.
1-1 pitch. Inside for ball 2. Really got in on the hands there. Trying to establish the inner part of the plate.
If you're Evan Harold, you're trying to get on base any way you can. Up next, Sadler Goodwin with a home run and a double already.
2-1. Swing and a miss for strike number 2.
And this is the part of the lineup that's done some damage. Right behind Harold, Goodwin.
And that's probably why they went to the pitching change for this inning. Strike them out, looking for out number 1 here in the top of the 6th inning.
Breaking ball outside part of the plate, top of the zone.
Shortstop, the Trojans, Troy University in Alabama. Number 3, Sanford.
Now batting the shortstop, 2 for 2 on the night. Sadler Goodwin going to be facing Gizzy.
Needs a triple and a single in the cycle.
Yep.
Home run and a double already.
Ooh, high and inside fastball for ball 1. You know, I'm calling against the squeeze here, but I'd be cool to see him get the cycle. Always a rare and exciting thing in baseball. That ball swung on and fouled straight back.
Sadler with an aggressive hack on a fastball in the zone. Just misses it. Fouls it over the roof here.
Gizzy brings it from the right side. He's a very tall and lanky guy, and he brings the high 80s. And that ball swung on and hit, and Francis Villeman is unable to come up with the diving catch. So Goodwin, a triple away from a cycle.
Got the home run in the 2nd, double in the 4th, and a single here in the 6th. And he leaves it up to Halstead and Frederick. Halstead with a base hit in the 4th.
I'd like to know what the exit velocity on that one was.
First baseman,
Coming in high 80s. That ball was leaving low 90s, high 90s.
Good one gets a lot of bat speed. Line that up the box, and a good attempt by Villeman. For a second, I thought he had gotten the catch, but it just gets through him. Big driving attempt to try to make the play, but goes back into center field.
So with 1 out, runner on first base now, Tyler Halstead coming up to the plate, and he will watch strike 1. Halstead 1 for 2 with a strikeout looking back in the 2nd inning. High and inside fastball for ball 1. So that's, I think, the 3rd or 4th pitch that we've seen Gizzy try to get that ball on the inside part of the plate, and he just misses. 1-1 pitch. High outside fastball for strike 2, and now Halstead's in a hole here.
He's behind 1 and 2. Put the ball in play.
1-2 pitch. In the dirt, a little bit of a waste pitch there, trying to get him swinging, but he does not chase. 2-2 count.
Good stop by Anthony Mulrine. The ball squirts just to his right, but he's able to get there. You don't want to let Sadler Goodwin get to second base with just 1 out. You want to keep that double play in order if you're Gizzy.
Halstead, 4 for 24 on the year. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back. That was the fastball on the inside part of the plate, but he was able to command that one lower in the zone to make it more hittable, and he fouled that one off.
Halstead, that ball was too close to take on the inside corner. Able to foul it back.
2-2 pitch. Runner on first base, 1 out. Just low for ball 3. So we got a full count with 1 out. Is this the time you put a runner in motion, get something going?
He might. Sadler Goodwin with decent speed over at first base.
Pickoff move. Maybe that's what they were thinking. That ball's into right field, and he's going to have a free 90 to second base, taking a slight turn, but he will hold up at second. So now Halstead's job is a little easier. Put the ball into the outfield, and you score a run.
You don't even need to take second on the stolen base.
Yeah.
High throw. Sadler Goodwin now into second. Runner in scoring position, and Tyler Halstead still at the plate with a 3-2 count. Only 1 out.
I think you mentioned it. This game is going very slowly.
Well, that's what happens. You got guys running around the bases, and a couple of defensive miscues keep innings alive and keep them going. Lengthens the game.
Yeah. 3-2 pitch. Runner on second base. Swung on and hit back of the middle. Villeman's got it. And he does not even make the attempted throw to first as he bobbled it. And that is an infield single.
Halstead didn't hit the ball too hard, so Villeman was able to come over from short and make the play right in front of the bag at second. Halstead out of the box quickly, not a super slow runner. And now Drew Frederick comes up. He had a triple back in the 4th inning that scored 2 runs, and really his job right now, get the ball into the outfield and get Goodwin in from third base, get that run.
I think the biggest thing about that was the runner from second advanced to third on that. In there for strike 1 on Frederick.
Breaking ball in the zone. Frederick took it for strike 1, and because the ball was not hit very hard, Sadler Goodwin could take off. Took a little bit of time for Villeman to come over and try and make the play.
The 0-1 pitch. In there for strike 2, looking. Frederick has 2 hard hit balls, the one being the triple, the other one back at the pitcher in the 2nd inning.
I don't think Frederick liked the call too much. It was a long walk on the left side of the plate. It looked a little low and outside. Called strike 2.
Frederick 7 for 19 on the season. Facing an 0-2 count. Check swing at that one, and he does not go. So now it's a 1-2 count, 1 out, runners on first and third base after the 1 out single, and then the single to follow that.
Seen some good at-bats from Tyler Halstead, working a long full count. Frederick with a good layoff on that pitch.
1-2 pitch. Inside, back to the pitcher, and he's going to go to second. Villeman for 1 to first for the 1-6-3 double play to end the inning. And we head to the bottom of the 6th inning with the same score, 7-4. Your River Rats coming up to bat.
Hey, don't forget, fans, you can kick off Father's Day weekend right here at the ballpark. The Orlando Magic are sending out their Blue Crew Saturday night. We've got inflatable games, prizes, great events. It should be a terrific evening. We've got a special ticket deal, including hot dogs, chips, sodas. If you want to get Dad out on the field with the kids, come on out at 6 o'clock. We go out on the field and play catch the night before Father's Day. Celebrated right here at the ballpark. These same 2 teams will match up in the rubber match of this 3-game set. Hope you'll plan to be here Saturday night. It's Father's Day weekend. The Orlando Magic Blue Crew will be in the house. Come on out and enjoy it.
Throw any players under the bus.
What number?
Because like the way that I worded it.
18 pitching.
Brian Brown.
18.
So I sent it.
18.
And David was like, this is a good article, but you need to include Richard's name in the feature. And I was like, I was advised not to, so I didn't. He was like,
Now pitching for the Squeeze from the Falcons of the U.S. Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, number 18, Brian Brown.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium, and we've got a new pitcher on the mound for the Winter Garden Squeeze, Brian Brown from Air Force Academy.
Yeah, Brian Brown stands tall, 6'6", 285. Appeared in 2 games out of relief.
Long and short of it out there.
He hasn't given up a run yet.
Lead off the mat to the bottom.
And he hasn't pitched since the 2 games. Suns, he went 2/3 of an inning with a walk in 4 batters faced.
Just want to say before we start the bottom of the 6th inning, thank you to everybody watching on Facebook Live right now. Please keep sharing so we can keep getting the viewers up. We appreciate it, and we love bringing the game to you guys every time we play here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. Now batting for the River Rats, Anthony Mulrine. We saw And a quick at bat there as he pops up to foul territory.
It was the first baseman, it looked like, Tyler Halstead, who roamed all the way over, about halfway to the wall, and foul territory right field and made the foul ball catch. There's one out.
We were all,
if you're Brian Brown,
yep,
one out.
We were all surprised here in the press box. We couldn't see it because it was past the stadium structure here. Couldn't see it, so that is out number 1, a very quick one. And now batting, Richie Rivera, the center fielder.
And it's really important for Brian Brown to get these guys at the bottom of the order, not put them on base for that top of the lineup in this ballgame.
We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. River Rats lead 7-4. The Winter Garden Squeeze have 8 hits, but they have 4 errors in the field. Richie Rivera, 1 for 1 with a walk. He scored in his first plate appearance in his 2nd inning. He watches ball 1 from Brian Brown. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, and that ball's popped straight up, and Frederick at second base has got it for out number 2.
Richie Rivera slammed his bat to the ground, swung it on it early, and that was an inside pitch, and it got him in on the hands, popped it up. And that's 2 straight pop-ups from the bottom of the order, and a couple of quick outs for Brian Brown on the mound.
Now batting, Rodney Tenney. And we're going to see if this inning goes F3, F4, and F5 if he pops up to the third baseman.
Cycles all over the place. You get that cycle by the squeeze. Sadler Goodwin still looking for his cycle. That was a cycle by 4 batters in the 4th for the squeeze.
Oh, count to Tenney outside for ball 1.
And you've got the third baseman and shortstop, McKissick and Goodwin, playing in. See if Tenney may bunt. And again, you've got the left fielder in Silverstein playing in as well.
Yeah, and Tenney having a good night. 2 for 2 with the sac fly. Here's the 1-0, and he does bunt. He goes straight up, and that is an F2 for out number 3, and we head to the top of the 7th. So a very quick inning there. 3 pop-ups, 3 outs, and we're headed to the top of the 7th.
All right, fans, we appreciate you participating in our raffle tonight. Take a look at your tickets. We're going to call out the last 3 digits of the winning tickets. If your number is not called, though, hang on. If the prizes are not claimed after the half inning, we're going to redraw. Come on up to the press box. Come up to Sarah from the Syracuse Orange in the house. You'll have your prize. Number 289, you're a winner. 289, come on up. 250 is a winner. 250. 312. 312, come on up. 267. 267. You got a winner. 199. 199 is a winning ticket. 229 is a winner. 229. 262. You're a prize winner. 262. 190 is the winner. 190. 212. 212. Come on up. 091 is the winner. 091. Congratulations. Come on up. We got a prize for you. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Michael Gizzi still on the mound for the River Rats. And he will face Cole McKissick.
Gizzi will be facing 8, 9, and 1. McKissick, Corridor, and Burgess. Here in this top of the 7th.
McKissick is 0 for 2. Pop up to second base, pop up to left field. And this one he's going to ground to shortstop. Billman's got it. And the throw over to first base. Out number 1.
This game was crawling along for the better part of that first 4 innings. This last half, Brian Brown set down the Rats 1, 2, 3.
Catcher, number 7.
1 pitch, 1 out.
Joshua
for Gizzi.
And now batting, the catcher, who recorded the 3rd out of the bottom of the 6th, Josh Corridor. He's had his struggles from behind the plate tonight.
He has a couple of throwing errors on him today.
And he's going to watch that one for strike number 1. Have you seen that at all from Corregidor this year?
Corregidor's been a good catcher fielding wise, a good stop behind the plate. He would get his pitch. Strike going too. And Corregidor, for the most part, has been able to catch runners. I think he's just having an off day here. A couple of poor throws to first base and third, but you don't always do.
Right. 0-2 count. That ball is fouled in the first base dugout. So, I mean, you know, it is baseball. You play every day. It's going to happen. Law of averages, you're going to make some errors. So, you know, just a rough night for Corregidor behind the plate. And we're going to see if he can make up for it here. He's 0 for 2 on the night, grounded out to shortstop back in the third inning, and popped up to center field in the fourth inning. The 0-2 pitch. Strike him out swinging for out number 2.
He's out. Yeah, didn't run.
Just wasn't able to check the swing, and home plate umpire Richie Towers calls him out. And we're speaking on the errors. The Squeeze have 4 tonight. A little
lead off hitter, center fielder number 10.
974 fielding percentage, just 8 errors on the year. That was first.
That averages one a game. Yeah. Wow. So that's pretty unheard of. But we do see a lot of errors here at Sanford Memorial. I don't know what the reason is.
Aggressive base running for the Rats.
Yeah. First pitch misses, ball 1 to Cody Burgess.
Burgess looking to get his first hit tonight. Been a struggle for him in recent ball games.
My favorite thing I was just
the flyouts to right field and center.
The 1-0 pitch.
That was high tech.
Off speed and in there for strike number 1.
And I think they've been attacking Burgess on the inner part of the plate. He's been getting jammed on the pitches and popping him up.
1-1 pitch. On the outside half, strike number 2, and he is in a hole. And just like that, these innings are starting to fly by. Gizzy works very quickly on the mound from Marshall University. Strike him out swinging for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. River Rats lead 7-4. Stick with us.
What number is that coming in? Who's the left fielder coming in?
I'm going to go with 1, 2, 3.
It looks like number 2.
Fans, thank you for coming out
Number 2.
To enjoy the ballgame tonight. Hope to see you Saturday. Right now it's time to stand up and stretch your legs. Courtesy of the good people at 1 EW Fitness. Everybody join in.
I saw the umpire go like this.
Take me out to the ballgame. Ready? 1. A 2. A 3.
So I gotta put him in the game.
Yeah.
He replaced Lopez.
Hey.
Yep.
Number 2.
Get everybody?
It's good you can tell what they look like.
Got why I need to repeat.
Yeah.
What inning was that? That was the
We're in the middle of the 7th.
That was the 7th. Okay, now I got
This is very stressful.
Hey, good job. Thank you, EW Fitness. And everybody stretching their legs. What do we got?
182, 212, and 199.
Okay, we're still waiting on ticket number 199. Come on up. We've got some great food from Buffalo Wild Wings for you. 212, a $50 gift certificate from Velvet Lab. And 182, come on up. 182.
And we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. River Rats lead 7-4. We're headed to the bottom of the 7th inning, where Cody Arthur steps to bat, 1 for 1 with 2 hit by pitches on the night.
We're talking about him standing all over the plate. He's got hit 2 of his 3 times at bat. We've seen it already. And Brian Brown out for a 2nd inning of work after dispatching the Rats 1, 2, 3 on just a couple of pitches in the bottom of the 6th.
The first pitch, off speed for ball 1.
Brian Brown definitely going to want to throw up a 0 here. You got 2, 3, 4 coming up for the Squeeze. And that's really going to be their best chance to put together a rally in the top of the 8th. So Brian Brown definitely wanting to hold this Rats offense.
Yeah, and a 3-run deficit is manageable. Anything more than that, statistically, it gets difficult.
Especially in the later innings when you just got 2 innings to come back.
Right. The 1-0 pitch. In there for strike number 1. Just want to say, please follow us on Twitter and Instagram, FCSL Rats, for great information on a daily basis.
Yeah, thank you.
Good enough, thank you.
The 1-1 pitch from Brown. Looked like a very good changeup there. Took something off of it for strike number 2.
Good breaking ball from Brian Brown.
Yeah.
Caught the outside part of the plate. Arthur watched it, maybe thinking that it was going to drop just a little low, but catches that bottom outside corner.
The 1-2 pitch from Brown. Another curveball but that's going to be ball 2.
It was a good last changeup, but the curveball for Brian Brown still a work in progress tonight. A couple of them just curved too far outside.
Brown also likes to work very quickly on the mound. 2-2 pitch, changeup, fouled straight back and out of play, out of the stadium, right towards my car.
Yeah, you always hope when you park at a baseball game. Park at a baseball game like these where they don't have like dedicated parking well off that, that your car's going to get hit. Always a concern.
The 2-2 pitch. Curveball swung on. That ball's hit to the first base side and just out of play.
Arthur way out.
Conrad Park to add the score.
Brian Brown pops
take
it
a
up.
6-5 lead over
Just
the
out of play.
Cody
That little
Arthur.
look around the Rats locker room.
Yeah. Cody Arthur, one of the better hitters on the River Rats team so far, came into the game batting .417. He does get caught stealing a little bit, but he does like to run, and he does steal bases from time to time. 2-2 pitch. Swung on. That ball is hit to center field, where Burgess has got it for out number 1.
Looked good off the bat, but just kind of died. Mid-range center field. Burgess makes an easy catch.
So that was an F8 if you're keeping track at home. And Gunnar Lambert, big lefty, comes up to bat. 0 for 2 with a walk tonight.
That was a big walk, though. It drove in a run in the 4th, but he's also struck out twice.
He does see a lot of pitches in each of his at-bats. And a curveball gets away from Brown for ball 1. Looked like he just wasn't able to pull that one across.
Slipped out of his hands. Well outside. You'll have those.
Yep.
No.
So the 1-0 now.
Just make sure he's not pinch hitting.
Outside fastball for ball 2. So now he's fallen behind Gunnar Lambert. Lambert has seen at least 3 balls in 2 of his 3 at-bats.
Full count strikeout back in the 1st and a walk in the 4th.
2-0 pitch. Looked like he was about to swing at it, but he doesn't. 3-0 count, and now shortstop Goodwin is going to go have a talk with his pitcher Brown, maybe just to calm him down, really tell him to go after this guy and try to get out of this.
No one's warming up for the squeeze in the bullpen, so it's Brian Brown's job to get out of this bottom of the 7th inning.
Rats have 5 hits. 3-0 pitch in there for strike 1 on the inside corner. Not normally a place you throw at a guy 3-0 inside, right where Lambert with an open stance could just sit there and drive it. Guessing he had the take sign on there. 3-1 pitch. That ball's hit to deep center field, and Burgess is going to turn, and he has it for out number 2. So a high pop-up on the track.
And Burgess was twisting and turning, going back on that ball. Makes the catch about the warning track. That was a
From the Crusaders of North Greenville University.
Just missed hitting that.
Left fielder.
And now coming to bat, a pinch hitter, Jackson Muldowney, playing left field.
Muldowney on the season, 5 for 16, 333 on base.
Watches that one for ball 1.
Batted .312.
Fastball outside. Good take.
And the center fielder, Cody Burgess, has recorded the last 2 outs. Let's see if he can go for the third one here. The 1-0 pitch. Low and away for ball 2.
Brian Brown falling behind Muldowney after falling behind Gunnar Lambert. He's able to work back to get Lambert out. See what he can do here.
The 2-0 from Brown. High inside fastball swung on, missed for strike number 1. Muldowney's a guy that he gets starts from time to time, plays all 3 outfield positions, but a lot of times he comes in the later part of games with pinch hit duties and filling in for other guys. 2-1 pitch. Another change up there for strike number 2. So we have 2s on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And number 2 up to bat with 2 outs. Whew.
Brian Brown looking to go 6 up, 6 down in these 2 innings of work.
Number 2's batting. 2-2 with 2 outs.
Effective out of the 10 so far.
The 2-2. Swung on, fouled straight back and out of the stadium. Right above us here in the press box. We're here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The River Rats lead 7-4 off of 5 hits. Big thing in the Winter Garden Squeeze. 4 errors in the field. Very uncharacteristic of them thus far this season. The 2-2 pitch. Outside for ball 3, so now we have a full count.
Brian Brown threw that curveball again to Muldowney, looking to get him to swing over the top of his curved out of the zone. Muldowney, a good job there to hold up on ball 3.
Brown hasn't walked anybody tonight. Faces a 3-2 count. That ball's hit to center field where Cody Burgess will record all 3 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So very incredible there for Cody Burgess. And we head to the top of the 8th. River Rats lead 7-4. Stick with us. We got 2 more innings of great ball here at Sanford Memorial.
Time to play Let's Make a Deal. Tony is down there with Erica. Erica?
First pitcher on 32. That's what I was just going to ask you. What's his last name?
Campbell.
Okay, he's 17 on my roster.
Who is that?
Chris Campbell.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah,
He changed it.
yeah, number 17 is Logan Lyle now when he plays.
I got Chris. That's Chris Campbell. That's all I need to know.
Yep.
They have to make the change then.
Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Ralphie. Congratulations.
No
Tony.
defensive change. Everyone looks good. A lot of times I can tell by their uniforms how dirty they are. They keep looking for pinch hitters.
From the Rebels.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. I'm Cody Shook alongside Kevin Boleen. And we've got a new pitcher on the mound, Chris Campbell from Hill College in Texas. 6'4", 220-pound right-hander.
Chris Campbell, a couple of appearances out of the bullpen. 2 appearances, and he has 2 1/3 innings of work, 15.42 ERA. Strike out 3 walks and 4 hits, so he's given up a lot of base runners in the early going.
Actually, I have it right here.
But his last appearance against the Suns on the 13th, an inning and a third, no earned runs, no hits, no walks, and a
You can
strikeout.
text them and ask them what the
So
attendance
far,
is.
the notable thing for Campbell that we can't get away from, he was thrown out of a game for hitting a guy. I'm not saying he hit him on purpose. But against Altamont, a guy hit a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 9th inning to tie it up. The next guy, ball slips away from Campbell. He gets hit, and Campbell is suspended for 5 games.
Oh, wow.
So he just made his first appearance back a few nights ago. He throws about mid to high 80s, and he's a very good pitcher.
So you hit a guy on purpose.
Game 1.
Misses with that one for ball 1 to Jacob Silverstein. 1 for 3 on the night.
Here's Jacob with a double back in the first inning, ground out and strikeout as well. Of course, he got caught stealing in the top half of the first.
What's the attendance?
1-0 pitch from Campbell. Another one high and away for ball 2.
On that fastball yet. You see it from Campbell. A lot of these relievers have been working really quickly, but Campbell takes long looks before getting ready.
2-0 pitch. Just outside for ball 3.
First 2 pitches well outside. That one just missed the outside part of the plate on a fastball. Silverstein in the driver's seat, 3-0, probably be watching this next one, trying to get on base.
Anyway on here. 3-1 after the fastball.
And that pitch was right about the same spot as the 2-0 pitch was. Just a little bit closer to the plate for the strike call.
Campbell 3-1. Doesn't want to give up the leadoff walk, but he does on the 5th pitch of the at-bat. So the leadoff batter here, Jacob Silverstein, is on here in the top of the 8th.
Kyle Corbin is coming up next. 1 for 2 on the day. He hit a solo homer in the 4th.
Right fielder.
Walked back in the 1st. They're trying to put together a rally here, down by 3. Corbin, the number 3 hitter, up.
I just texted him.
The lefty Corbin does have some wheels and does have some pop. Swung on. That ball is into shallow left where Francis Villeman is under it for out number 1.
Big out to get Corbin. It's a dangerous bat in this lineup, and now you get Evan Harold, who's kind of struggled today. A couple of strikeouts and a ground out to first unassisted.
But no better time to get it going than right here in the top of the 8th, down by 3 runs. River Rats up 7-4. River Rats scored 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the 4th. That's how they got 7. Winter Garden, 1 in the second and 3 in the 4th.
Evan Harold always has got power, 2 home runs on the season.
That ball swung on and hit into right center, where Rivera, the center fielder, has got it for out number 2. So 2 pitches, 2 outs after the leadoff walk. As a third base coach, are you giving your guy the take sign here?
Well, again, we talk about the Winter Garden squeeze, and they're always a threat to squeeze early.
Number 3,
Sadler in the count. And now you have Sadler Goodwin coming up, who is a triple away from the cycle.
Yeah, the home run in the 2nd, the solo, and then the double in the 4th, and the single in the 6th. This is a ballpark where you can get a triple very easily. We've seen it.
Out to center field. The center fielder's playing straight up, but right around that 385 sign in the corner, that'd be a long run.
Ball in the gap.
To that corner.
Yeah. Yo, a pitch from Campbell. Curveball for ball 1, just misses inside.
He said he'll do it after.
I'm sure that if Goodwin hits a ball in the gap, it's on his mind. He wants that triple. I'm sure that he's rounding those bases as hard as he can.
Whatever it takes to try and get this team a win as well, down by 3.
For sure, 1-0 pitch. Inside for ball 2. Looked like he went with the off speed again.
Try not to give Goodwin a good pitch to hit. A couple of breaking balls that have missed inside. Those inside pitches are the ones that are kind of hard to drive for Sadler Goodwin.
2-0 pitch from Campbell. Fastball, and that ball swung on and hit straight up into the air where Richie Rivera, the center fielder, is standing under it for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning with the River Rats leading 7-4. Stick with us for another inning of play.
And don't forget, big event here Saturday night. You want to get out on the field with your kid or kids, throw the ball around, come on out about 6 o'clock. The game starts at 7. These same 2 teams, the Orlando Magic Blue Crew, will be here with prizes, games, inflatables. It'll be a great evening here at the ballpark. Tell the neighbors, grab the kids, and come on out.
What's your It's Western High School.
Pitcher.
That's Dean Nyarkos, number 16.
Okay.
Same pitcher, right?
Right, so for sure after the ball game, talk to Coach Welch, I'll talk to Sadler.
I was gonna say I have that, but I'm good enough.
I want to know what he was
His double
thinking
and
about.
one, yeah.
I wanted to know what he was thinking about on that last at
For double?
No, when he was that last at bat,
Fifteen,
flew
right?
I
out,
didn't see it.
he flew out to center field. He was a triple away from the cycle.
Right.
He
Oh,
said
is it triple?
16.
No, he was a triple away.
Oh.
If he got a triple at bat, he would have gotten the cycle. That means getting a single, double, triple, and a home run in the same game.
Well,
Doesn't happen often.
you know, unless he turns around, we'll see.
Well, that can still happen though.
Actually,
That can still happen.
Unless if the Swedes put together a crazy rally and send 9 men to the plate next
Now
time.
pitching for the Swedes.
Yeah.
From the Raiders of Seminole State, number 16, Dean Nyarkos.
actually, it's
Hey, we are back here in the bottom of the 8th inning with Francis Villman coming to the plate. We've got a new pitcher for the Squeeze, Dean Nyarkos from Seminole State, 6'3", 180-pound freshman.
Yeah.
Gonna face Francis Villman.
Former brother of Nick Nyarkos also on the team. Lean on the season, 3 appearances, 3 in the 3rd innings, 5 4 Ks, 5 walks, 2 hits.
triple double.
Francis Villman, 0 for 2 on the night with a walk, and he's going to take that one for ball 1 on the first pitch from Nyarkos.
Nyarkos struggled with his control a little bit on the season. He's the second of 3 sidearm pitchers for the Squeeze.
The 1-0 pitch.
Foul ball.
Foul ball from Villman for strike number 1.
What's the count?
Like he was trying to check his swing, maybe bounced it off
Usually it goes like that.
part of the bat inside.
What's the count?
High away. Oh, and he did not foul off, so it'll be a 3-0 count now on Francis Villman,
He didn't make it.
the starting shortstop. 0 for 2 with the walk.
Yeah.
The 3-0 misses, ball 4, and that's the last thing you want for the Squeeze, a leadoff walk from your brand new relief pitcher.
And again, Nyarkos struggled with his control from time to time. His
First
side
baseman,
delivery is very
19,
tough. It's
Alejandro.
Johnson. Lance is
Martinez.
much more attack style, much quicker whip, whereas Dean's sidearm is much more deliberate and slow moving.
And
Still
now,
looking to find that feel.
batting with a runner on first base after the leadoff walk, Alejandro Martinez, the first baseman. Going to watch strike number 1.
If you're Villman, you're probably going to be taken off on one of these pitches. Nyarkos isn't the fastest pitcher to the plate.
They're both.
If you get a good jump, you're probably getting easy.
Better pitcher.
Martinez has a single today, 1 for 2.
I know Nick.
Misses there for ball 1.
Freshman and one's a senior. I think
Martinez grounded out to shortstop in the 3rd inning and walked and was caught stealing in the 5th inning.
Yeah, final stage.
From Seminole State College in Florida.
The 1-1, he's on the move, and that ball's to the backstop, so in there for the stolen base easily.
Stolen base, yeah.
Orlando Sanford International.
Nyarkos has been missing a
Stolen
lot of
base.
those pitches on the outer part of the plate. He's been kind of pulling those pitches too far to the left-hand batter's box, and that one got away from Collegiate. Would have been a tough play even if he actually caught it, but
He had that base stolen.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
no chance.
The River Rats are 0 for their last 10. Runner in scoring position now. 2-1 count. He's on the move for 3rd, and he's going, and it's hit to shortstop, and they've got the first out at first base.
Good job by Sadler Goodwin to get to that ball quickly, fire it over to first base, and keep Villman to 3rd.
Got to bring the infield
Taking
in.
off again, and Nyarkos not fast to the
Second
plate.
baseman, number 13.
Speed that the Rats have.
Nathan Broad.
You can take those chances. And you also have a 3-run lead as well.
I'm just curious if that was maybe a hit and run.
It could be. It could be. There was nobody out, so they're probably just trying to move up that runner any way they can and get that 4-run lead.
And now that sends Dathan Pruitt to the plate. Has a walk on the night. Infield is now in, and a slider away for ball 1. So you mentioned it. Nyarkos unable to find the handle on the ball tonight and in the past. So We're seeing that here.
Just trying to find that outside strike zone.
The 1-0 pitch. Outside for ball 2.
And that's the pitch he wanted. That's the pitch he's been trying to go after all game. Fastball in the outside corner. When you've been missing a lot, are less inclined to call that borderline pitch.
2-0. And he missed again outside. Looks like he's just pulling right across his body, and he's just releasing just a tad bit too late. So maybe it's just like a feel thing. Maybe he needs to throw a few more in the bullpen to really get that timing down.
Sidearm and submarine, it really is all about that.
3-0 pitch. Down the middle for strike 1. Yeah, maybe he needs to shorten up his stride or something to get his arm to release it just a tad bit sooner.
That's what the summer league's for. Work on those things.
3-1 pitch inside, ball 4. So that sets up the double play ball, but we're going to see if, and they do, middle infielders head back to their normal positions.
Nyarkos can throw some strikes and get Mulrine to put the ball on the ground.
Number 28, Anthony.
Good chance for a double play and keep this
Mulrine has walked on 4 pitches back in the 4th inning, and he's popped up to the first baseman and the center fielder, and we're getting a mound visit now. Maybe just to go over some sort of sign, maybe to calm him down. Hey, double play, get you out of the inning here.
Yeah. Just trying to talk it over with Dean as to what pitch he's going to be trying to go for here. Probably trying to get the ball down.
Around the lead,
everybody watching on Facebook Live right now, thank you very much. The River Rats lead 7-4. I will be broadcasting and doing Facebook Live for all of the home games here at Sanford Memorial. Thank you guys all for watching all season long. Just last game, we had over 1.2 thousand views. Always trying to get in thousands every night. Thank you guys all so much. So a quick mound visit.
And all the base runners for the Rats come over just beside home plate to go over the game plan, try and get at least 1 run out of this, if not more.
Do you try some sort of maybe safety squeeze here? Just to get that one?
Depends on their...
Just to get a 1 run, push it across.
Depends on their confidence in Mulrine and what they want him to do. If he's good at dropping down a bunt, they may go for it. That's good speed as well at third base.
Oh, pitch, runner's on the move, and he's going to throw it down to second, and he is safe at second base. So now we have second and third now.
Double play for Dean Nyarkos, and he's already behind in the count on Mulrine 1-0.
River Rats lead 7-4. Runners on second and third. Infield is now coming back in. Anthony Mulrine, the catcher, up to bat. 1-0 count. 1 out, and swung on, missed for strike number 1.
Out in front of the curveball. Dean Nyarkos probably looking for the fastball way out in front. Still got a 1-1 count, though.
Yeah, this is the time where you take the healthy hack. You try to put this ball deep into the outfield, get that sac fly. The 1-1 pitch. Another off speed, misses for ball 2.
Wonder if Nyarkos just doesn't have a good feel for the fastball tonight. He's been throwing a lot of breaking balls.
Yeah, maybe looking for some weak contact back to the infielders. 2-1. And that's up the middle. 1 run's going to score. And here comes the second run. He is down and he is safe for the second run on the RBI single from Anthony Mulrine. And we have a new score here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. River Rats lead 9-4.
That's always the risk you run when you have the infield played in. If Sadler Goodwin was just a few steps back, he would have caught that ball and no runs would have scored, but as it's
center fielder, number 18, Richie.
2-run score.
And that kind of puts this game a little out of reach here, up by 5.
There's still only 1 out and a runner at second base looking for more.
Yep, and that ball from Richie Rivera is hitting to right field where Corbin has got it, and they're going to tag up, and he drops it in right field. And that is an error on the right fielder, Corbin. And now we have first and third with 1 out, and the River Rats lead 9-4.
And for Corbin, probably getting ready to throw down to third. But in that situation, you have a runner at second and one out. You're kind of okay with the runner moving to third because there's two down. You're just looking for the out.
Yeah.
After that batter, he's on second base and they get a single. The odds are about the same that he'll score from there. Tough.
And that's not what you want. To help out your pitcher, you got to at least get the out there. Let him get to third base. So Nyarkos has to face an extra batter. Now with Rodney Tenney up to bat. Runners on the move to second base, and he is in easily.
Orlando Sanford International
Corridor held it knowing that Mulrine probably would have came home with the lead that they have 9-4. They could take that risk with one out, sending Mulrine after the stolen base.
And that ball's hit into right field back to Corbin, and it should be deep enough to score a run. And it does. So the sacrifice fly from Rodney Tenney gives us a new score here. Sanford River Rats lead 10-4 here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
So definitely something that Coach Welsh will talk to his team after the ball game, clean up the defense when they head home to face this same team again in Winter Garden.
And you might think it's maybe a little rude to be stealing when you're up by 5, but we all know how crazy this game is. And if a team is going to give you 90 feet, you take 90 feet.
Yeah, you do. And when you get to the professional levels, you get as many runs as you can.
Yeah.
You never know what will happen.
These are all very good hitters, and I mean, 5, 6 runs. It really is nothing when you get it going. You can have 6, 7 hits in a row. So now Cody Orther is up to bat, and takes strike one. And the catcher had to run the guy back to third base because he had a very large lead, Richie Rivera. It's now 0-1 on Cody Orther with 2 outs. Swing and a miss for strike number 2.
Got caught in between on the breaking ball and the swing. Looked like he wanted to check his swing but wasn't able to do so.
Cody Orther 1 for 2 tonight, with 2 hit by pitches. 0-2 count, 2 outs, runner on third base. And that ball is hit into right to the shortstop for out number 3 on the line drive. And we head to the top of the 9th inning. River Rats lead 10-4. We're going to see if they can cap this one off. Stick with us.
You have, give ICAST and Dan Stewart a call. Tobacco Free Florida, what great work they do. Thanks to both of you for coming out and supporting us tonight. Buffalo Wild Wings, they supplied tonight's team meal. And as always, the Duffy's Sports Grill crew. There were ladies here from Duffy's doing our $2 Yingling offer Thirsty Thursday. Thank you to Duffy's Sports Grill. Also, Sanford Herald and Waste Pro.
I can't read what number it is. Is it like 20?
Same guy.
No, it's different. I can't. 20. Tyler
Also how
Morales.
they came out and had offensive explosions right after the Arizona segment.
Brian Brown, 2 shutout innings, and he hadn't pitched in a week.
Why did we take Campbell out? Because he's too wild of a pitcher to be in the 9th inning.
20.
Tyler Morales.
Why would they take Campbell out? Yeah, I understand Morales.
Morales is a better closer pitcher than.
How many pitches did he throw?
19.
Oh, really? Wow.
I got 6 hits for the Rats. 6 hits.
6 instead of 7?
Oh, wasn't the one that.
That was an error.
Oh, was that not considered a hit?
You gave him an error. That's an error. You gave him an error. That wasn't a hit. You dropped the ball.
Now pitching for the Rats.
I thought it was considered.
From St. Thomas University in Miami.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. I'm Cody Shook, alongside Kevin Valine. We're calling a good one here, depending on the way you look at it. The River Rats lead 10-4, headed to the top of the 9th here, and we have a new pitcher on the mound, number 20, Tyler Morales from St. Thomas.
Top of the 9th.
Morales on the season 1-0.
Number 31, first baseman.
3 appearances, 3 1/3 innings.
Halstead.
5 Ks, only 1 walk.
And I'm not sure why they took out Campbell at this point with this lead. You try to save your bullpen guys. You don't try to go to the next one. I mean, if Campbell got in a situation where he gave up 4 runs, then you put in the next guy, but he didn't. And they took him out, and Morales is now in. He gets the first pitch strike on the foul ball to the third baseman.
Cole McKissick. Or no, it'll be Tyler Halstead up to the plate. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 for the Squeeze to stay alive.
He really weren't. It was a lot of it was the waters.
This is there for ball 1. So if they want to make a comeback at this, it's going to be a long inning. 1-1 pitch, and that ball is hit to second base. Dathan Pruitt has got it for out number 1 here in the top of the 9th.
Nice play by Pruitt. He was right there. That was not an easy one.
Drew Frederick up next. He had a 2-run triple back in the 4th inning. It was the last time the Squeeze pushed across a run when they
second baseman number 26, Drew Frederick.
Tyler Morales comes in, 3 pitches, gets the ground out. And now Drew Frederick going to try to keep this game alive. A nasty curveball in there for strike 1. Morales also likes to work fast. This tempo very quick and misses with the high fastball. 1-1.
Frederick goes to school at Troy University, 5'10", 185.
The 1-1 pitch fouled straight back behind the catcher. 1-2 count now.
8 walks and 2 hit batters for that.
1-2. Just a bit outside. Frederick almost offered at it, but didn't. Holds up. 2-2 count.
Slider from Morales. Broke off the plate. Frederick just barely held up.
And that ball is fouled straight back towards the press box here. Hits the net. The River Rats have got a lot of free bases tonight. 8 walks, 2 hit batters. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and strike him out. Swing for out number 2 here in the top of the 9th. Just one more out to go for the River Rats as they lead 10-4. 10 runs, 6 hits, 1 error in the field. Squeeze, 4 runs, 8 hits, and 5 errors. Very uncharacteristic for the Squeeze.
It should be number 22. They didn't make any.
We'll definitely see them working on that tomorrow. Back at home, 3-2.
Now batting, Cole McKissick watches that one for ball 1. And here comes the 1-0 from Morales. Fouled straight back to the net.
Game started at 7:02.
McKissick 0 for 3. A couple of flyouts and a ground out, 6-3.
2 strikes.
The Squeeze are down to their final out here with Morales on the mound. Swing and a miss. And strike them out to end the ball game. And the Rats are winners here at Sanford Memorial Stadium, and they go to 6-3 on the season and 6-0 here at home.
We appreciate all of you coming out here tonight.
It really is all about that defense.
Back in Florida, thank you.
5 errors.
We hope to see you back out here on Saturday night. Big game tomorrow night at Heller Ballpark in Winter Garden. St. Jude will match it up, and then Saturday night back out here at 7.
Back home for game 2 against this same team at West Orange.
Yep, so tomorrow will be their next game, and then the next game will be in the next home game for Sanford will be on Saturday. So
the final game of this 3-game set. Got game 1 here, they head back to Winter Garden, and then they'll head back here for the final match.
Thank you all for listening to us all night. For Cody Shook and Kevin Valine, stick with me as I will have head coach Kevin Davidson on the air in just a second. And thank you to everybody watching on Facebook Live. Kevin Davidson will be right up here in the press box in just a moment. Thank you very much.